Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We have Arabia here. I'm not like professional like that. I was just being silly. Okay, let me look this up, get the thing connected so people can see us, and then we'll get going. So here's kind of the format.
Okay, Mandy, is this comment thing over here live? Like these are
It is. The one that you
okay.
see on
So
your
the
right is
comments I'm seeing are the comments for us right now.
yes.
Okay.
It's not through YouTube though. So the only thing, hey Megan, the only thing that will happen is even if like a mod removes a troll comment, you'll still see it. But yeah, you're absolutely right about that. So we don't really need this other thing. It might just be a little bit slower.
Okay. Well, I'm on my laptop. I didn't get on the phone because I have text messages from a few kids of somebody.
Gotcha. Totally understand. Hey Shannon, how are you? Yeah, no, perfect. So this is Arabia, you guys. You've probably heard if you've been listening to Wiretap, you know who Arabia is. Arabia was a friend to Telethon for Friends. She can say the name if she wants. I guess I can say the name. It doesn't really matter. For 30 years, she's going to explain a little bit more about what that friendship was. Probably wasn't quite as good as a lot of us thought it was. And hopefully answer some of y'all's questions if she can. So let's get going. Everybody's like saying hello. Oh, Presley says you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you. Go subscribe to my YouTube.
Yes.
I'm going to I go live there. So go find me on YouTube.
They are. This is actually simul streaming to YouTube. Even though we're going through StreamYard, they're seeing it on YouTube. So go subscribe to her.
Somebody said Arabia on Twitter is hilarious.
Probably your the tweets that you've been tweeting. Oh, so she has a beautiful voice. Presley totally was like, I've been singing for over however many years. She said that girl's not lip syncing. Has a beautiful voice and she's absolutely not.
And I actually have videos on my Twitter where I'm singing with no music whatsoever in the background. None.
Wow.
So
if I name something right now,
Telfer can bite me.
From me.
Okay, look in your DM. You have the link to, you can tweet it on your Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a thing where I pick a song and you just bust it out.
Hold on.
If you know
Let me
it.
get this.
Yes, she sure did. Presley said all them trolls can eat your shit. Oh, Janice. I just saw it.
Okay, how do I forward it from my DM?
So press and hold or however you copy things and wait till it says copy. However you copy links. Hey, Kingbone. And then y'all pray for Janice's brother. Yeah, and then once you copy it, go to Twitter and do it like you're doing a new status and post it. Hi, IBL. Savage, how are you? And NNC and Amanda, how are you guys doing?
Nothing's happening.
Okay.
Press and hold it.
Okay. Tap it, let it take you to the link, and then
it did it. It took me.
Okay, let me go in and see. I can do it. Hold on. I can go in and send it to you. Hold on. Janice, I'm gonna show that in just a sec. Oh my God, Janice, hold on. Okay, let me send this to Arabia before I get.
Oh, share. Okay, so I can hit the share thing from.
Oh, wait a minute. He didn't send you anything. He sent you the StreamYard link, unless I'm missing it.
Yeah, he did, but when I open it up, it goes straight to YouTube, so I can.
Oh, that's good. That's what you want. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I can share from YouTube.
Yes, as long as it is. I mean, it doesn't matter because I won't let anyone in that shows up. All I see from my end is the whatever. But as long as you got it, that's all that matters. You guys, while she's doing that, I want to show you something. For those of you who don't know, my wedding band is being given to me. It's my wedding gift to me and Sean, but it's a wedding band, and it's from Janice. She even got it sized for me. It's brand new from Zales. She had it. It's brand new. I don't need to go into the rest of the details, but she had it sized for me, and it's back from getting sized, and it's about to come my way, and that's what it looks like. Thank you, Janice. I mean, literally. When I told her it was going to be my wedding band, she was so like honored, and I was humbled because I was like, absolutely, it's going to be my wedding band if that's what you're getting. And she was honored as well. So it's cool. You got it, Arabia?
Mm-hmm.
It is exciting. I couldn't believe it. I was oh, I'm seeing this from this side. I was like, where are all the mods? But yeah, so y'all keep her brother. God knows why. Keep her brother in your prayers. Arabia, do you have a PayPal if people wanted to donate? You don't?
I don't even have a way for people to send me money online.
Okay.
I've never.
Have you ever set up a PayPal or no?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll help you do that so you can do it. So that you can get it, because people like to tip, especially if you're going to be singing and stuff like that. You're going to want
why, yeah, and that's why I tell everybody, if you want to hear me sing, you have to go to my YouTube channel, because I am going to set something like that up for that channel.
Sean, will you get her link and drop it in the chat, or one of the mods? It's now remember, if you search the name Arabia Lacaze, you're probably going to see Telfer's YouTube. There's a long story of why, which includes Telfer being the shady, you know what she is, but make sure the one that you actually sub to has Arabia's picture. That's how you'll know you have the right one. Right?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So here we go. Let's get going.
God, Mandy, I've talked to you so much that like I feel like I'm repeating myself when I try to like talk to this about everyone else. But if you're on my Twitter, my tweets lately, obviously everybody knows they're about Samantha. Not all of them, but most of them. And there's some people who follow you who actually don't know who I am, that have recently just started following me, and they've like asked questions like, what's going on? You know, like, but anyway, I don't even know where to begin. But we all know that me and Samantha had a falling out over the dog. We all know that I voluntarily gave the dog back because it was at the point where using the police to harass me was going to end up getting her arrested. And I knew she wouldn't stop. So I voluntarily gave her the dog back, because the whole purpose of me keeping the dog was ultimately for the dog to go back to her daughter. So I had no problem giving her the dog back.
Right.
And a lot of people have asked about the legal stuff that's going on, because as we all know, Samantha has also filed some restraining order against me, emergency protective orders, because she said I made a bunch of threats and she's scared to death of me and needs emergency protection from me. Basically, we also have all figured out that was pretty much what she thought was going to get her a gag order to shut me up about the last things that I spoke about on someone else's panel.
Right.
So those are they're not even temporary orders yet. I go to court on one tomorrow from over here, and then I go to court on the one that she took over in Indiana later on. So
two. She took out two. Let's just clarify
in two different states. Yes,
two different states.
2 restraining orders out on me in 2 different states.
And one state didn't know about the other state.
Right. And the way she obtained the particular orders that she got was she basically went down there and said that we were in an intimate relationship. Made it look as if though she had, you know, we had broken up, and now I'm just holding her dog and I'm harassing her and stalking her and all this other type of crazy shit. And that's about the only thing that really pissed me off about her doing that, is I was actually disgusted that she went down there and told those people that we were in an intimate relationship.
Right.
I don't care about the orders. I don't ever plan on speaking to Samantha again. But there's been some tweets on both sides where she has tweeted out some stuff, and my tweets are basically a response to the things that she has said that
Mhm.
other people are sending me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Exactly.
I'm not just on Twitter all day long, letting the shit consume me
Yeah,
to
because
where I
that's not
have
your
nothing
that's
outside.
not your thing. That social
No,
media is
it's
not
not.
your thing.
I
Mm-mm.
actually have a life outside the internet, so I couldn't sit on the internet all day and let it consume that much of my time if I wanted to.
Right.
Like today, for instance, when I talked to you earlier, I was out in the grocery store. Someone sent me something, and I just tweeted a reply right back there while I'm shopping. Like
Mhm.
that. That's kind of, I can multitask. I don't need to sit in front of the computer and live stream all day, every day and night
Mhm.
about any of this. And
Right.
I'm never going to, because I'm really, truly unbothered by it. I think it's funny,
Yeah.
honestly. But a lot of people have asked me questions. Me and Samantha have known each other 30 years. Yes, we've never had a falling out, quite to this degree. But Samantha is not and has never been my best friend. I actually have a best friend of 12 years that
See?
lives here.
Right.
I was Samantha's only friend. Samantha was not my only friend. Me and
Okay.
Samantha kept in contact over the past 30 years. Uh, like everybody kind of knows the story. We met each other as teenagers in a boot camp for troubled kids, and we've always remained in touch through the years. My friendship with Samantha was not one that she portrayed on her end for it to be. We were not best friends. We did not spend 30 years together as friends. We've never even lived in the same state, or the same city. We've never lived even locally to each other.
Right.
So, and that's why when she would come visit, she would stay, a week or two, or I would go visit there for a couple weeks. There was one time that I, you know, kind of was curious about, what it would be like to move there, because I was going to go through the law program at Notre Dame. I went there
Right.
for 3 weeks and I left and I never went back.
Right.
I've always known the type of person that Samantha is. I'm also not a person who judges anybody by the things that they do or who they are, unless those
Right.
things start to spill over into my life.
Yep.
And so I've never really had a reason to cut Samantha off and not really have any contact or communication with her, because we've never lived close enough for her shenanigans to find their way into my home. You get
Right.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I think I've explained that Samantha kind of deceived me when she came here.
Mhm.
She kept telling me she was going back home, and then I found out through her daughter that she could not go back home because where she had left her house to come up here, it was several months behind on rent. Samantha had some issues there, and
Mhm.
that's why she came here to relocate. Samantha was dishonest with me because she knew if she would have told me, Arabia, I want to come relocate, I'm going to have to stay with you until, I can get myself together. That's not something I would have allowed her to do,
Right.
because anyone who spends time around Samantha every single day, it's not hard to see the type of person she is and the type of shit that she does. It's not something I wanted in my house every day.
Right.
It's all fun and games and shit, when she's doing this in her house, or
Mhm.
we're on the phone, and it's something. But Samantha is literally obsessed with this. And it's hard to deal with and listen to every day, all day, every night.
Mhm. Mhm.
But furthermore, she couldn't have been honest with me about a lot of things, because I wouldn't have agreed with her on a
Mm-mm.
lot of things that she did, and she didn't want to hear my opinion because she knew she was making some foul choices. She fucked over about 3 of her kids when she left there, and that's why she only has the one that flocks to her side like she does, through all of this. And somebody asked me about my tweet earlier. I think somebody thought I was talking about myself. I said, I have 6 kids and I'm at odds with only one. Samantha has 5 kids and she's at odds with all of them except for one.
Yeah.
So, and then, the whole thing about me sending the police over there. because her son had a warrant. Who started the cop calling? I believe she spent the entire weekend with the police.
Yeah.
2 different police departments.
Yeah.
Spent all week running in and out of county attorneys' offices. She's the one that started this.
Right.
And before any of that was done, you guys remember, she threatened to have a bond of mine revoked before I ever even put anything on Twitter.
That's how it all started.
And so here's my thing about that. I have a 6-year-old child here. She knew the situation that I had been arrested on. She knew why I was out on bond, and she knows that I didn't do that shit.
Right.
You're going to revoke my bond because we're having an argument and it's fuck my 6-year-old. So fuck your grown son. He's actually a wanted person.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do that until somebody was on live at 5 a.m. accusing Arabia of sending the police to her house
right.
at 5 a.m.
And that's
and she got on live the next day and just streamed constantly about me sending the police to her and making it look like I'm doing all this harassment.
Mm-hmm.
I have not yet sent the police anywhere except for today when I sent them after her wanted son, after she chose to spend all day on the internet live streaming about what I did not do to her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it is what it is. I never claimed to be perfect. I never claimed to be anything other than a friend that she's known for 30 years.
Right. We
No.
talked about that earlier. I gave her a scale. I said, this is just out of curiosity. 10 being your absolute best friend in the entire world. 1 being somebody that you met in the grocery store and vaguely know their face. Where would you rate this friendship? She said 4. About a 4. Which shocked me. I had no idea that the picture that was painted is you were ride or dies. You were, I had no idea. No idea.
I mean, I know a lot of things about her because I have known her for 30 years.
Right.
And what I meant to her when we were arguing is, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? That was never said to her as a threat. That was said to her as to, you need to watch who you're threatening to have sent back to jail when I have a small child in here, because do you know all the things I know about you?
Mm-hmm.
So, before you cross those lines, stop and fucking think about that. That's what I meant when I kept telling her, who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Right. And while it may be tasteless to say, you know everything I know about you, it's not illegal. So when we talk about threats to expose things that you don't want exposed is very different than I'm threatening.
And not only is it not illegal, but that's something I said to her after she threatened to have my bond revoked and turned me in for unemployment fraud that wasn't even being committed. And I think I've said before, it wasn't that those things held any real weight behind them as threats. It's the fact that if you would threaten to do that to me, then that's definitely something you would do to me. And I know that you would definitely do it to somebody else. And so at that point is when I fired back and went to Twitter. But me and Samantha have been arguing and kind of, had some tension between us since before she moved out of my house.
Right.
For several other things completely unrelated to that dog. That dog did not start this argument between me and Samantha. That's the way that it's being fit, for the narrative she's trying to throw out there. But no, the dog is not what started this between us.
What started it?
When I realized that she couldn't go home and she was here to stay and had lied to me about how long she was going to be here and what she was coming here for. I was not prepared to have Samantha in my house as long as she was here. I didn't want Samantha in my house as long as she was here. And
I can imagine
the things that unfolded that became known about why she left South Bend, all of those things became known after she was here, and they became known because her fighting with her own fucking kids is what led some of her kids to contacting me. She was doing a lot, and she fucked over some of her kids. The son that I sent the police after today, that's not her. That's not Harold. This is her other son.
Yeah, a lot of people are confused about that. That's not who it is.
Yeah.
He's doing
And
great, by the way. He's doing great.
Harold's doing great. Yeah.
And a lot of you, regardless of how you feel about her, you remember he struggled. He's doing great, Arabia says. Amazing.
As soon as he got away from her,
Mm-hmm.
it's like he did a whole 360.
Yeah. 180.
You know, he really is like he's doing good.
Good.
He hasn't been in trouble. He's not wanted. He's completed his probation term. He's taking care of his daughter. He has the baby for weeks at a time now. You know, we're talking about somebody that a year and a half ago couldn't even be left with the child for 10 minutes for Samantha to jump in the shower.
And now he's looking out for her well-being first and foremost, which is awesome. Awesome.
And once he got sober and he got away from his mother, he quit letting her use that baby as a way to control him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I do. Absolutely.
And that's why her daughter moved out of her house. They were tired of her telling everybody else how much it was their fault that she couldn't get herself and her life together. And they moved out and gave her the space to get herself together.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I mean, there's just a lot of things. You know, the whole thing about unemployment fraud. Let me tell y'all what Samantha did to her daughter. And I know that there's shit floating around out there about arguments that me and my daughter have had. And I don't deny those things. I don't. It is what
you're the only one owning it. That's the, I mean,
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very dysfunctional relationship with that child. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that she doesn't have just one or two diagnoses for, you know, having some things not right with her. She's got several. She's hard to deal with. Do I love her? Yeah. Am I proud of her for graduating at 15 and getting ready to graduate college and she just turned 19? Of course I'm proud of that. But, you know, sometimes when she brings all that shit that she talks with Samantha to me directly, I bring her. You're a nursing student. You are a brain surgeon. So don't you ever in your life think that you are so high and mighty. You know what I'm saying? That you just disgust everybody around you because you set yourself up like anybody who's around the child will tell you she literally acts like she shits gold bricks.
I think, you know, and we as mothers, we are the ones that sometimes have to be like,
and there's text messages of me telling her about herself, but those are in response to her just wanting to run her fucking mouth and argue. I don't do all that with my own damn kids. I damn sure ain't doing it with nobody else's.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I mean, we don't have the best relationship. We don't. Part of it is the type of person that I am. Part of it is she's a very hard person to be around and deal with.
Yeah.
And she has a way of directing her stress onto me, her sisters, her boyfriend. Her boyfriend catches hell from her. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, there's a child out of my 6 that I do not get along with the best. And it is what it is.
It is what it is. And the thing is like, you know, as a community, we have a big thing about saying kids are off limits. Yes, they are. But hers that is close to her said she's grown and she's in this community. So there's that.
And if you want to be off limits to everybody else, then everybody else needs to be off limits to you.
Right.
When that child posted her first tweet to me and about me directly is when I fired back.
Yep.
You know, so I don't even give a fuck what anybody thinks about that.
Well, you're exactly right. But I always want to say, okay, because no matter what you guys have seen on Twitter of these text messages between, not from you, I'm talking about that have been put up by her regarding her daughter. Her daughter wants in it. And if they were shared again by somebody else, her daughter's in it. She wants to be in it. Now her youngest, not, you know what I mean? That's what all I was saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, 1 out of 6 kids, I don't get along with. Samantha has 5 kids and only gets along with that one. And she only gets along with her when it's usually in her benefit to do so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. But nothing about me changes anything about her.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the way her mind works is, well, somehow throwing information out there that, me and my child are going through it somehow minimizes all the shit she's done to hers. I've
Right.
never left my house. I've never left my kids in any house where the bills were months behind and just up and disappeared. I've never
Yeah.
done that to my kids. I've
Yeah.
also
Say you
never
were going for a
had my
getaway.
adult children arrested. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I've
I know
also
exactly
never
what.
called the police on any of my children. Anytime that Serena Lachey has spent a single night in a juvenile detention center, she put herself there with her own bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what
So,
you're saying.
so yes, I mean, yeah, she has been locked up. My kids were hell. I told y'all that way before this. My kids motherfuckers. But once they got up to be a certain age, the rest of them kind of chilled the fuck out because they didn't want to go to jail as adults. They wanted to be productive, adults. And I'm very proud of Serena. Very proud. She
Yeah.
graduated school at
Amazing.
18 years old. She's getting ready to graduate college. The child just turned 19. Of course I'm proud
I,
of that. But
I figured out I can't type on there. I can only type on here. Sorry, go ahead.
that's what I'm saying. That doesn't mean that we've never had an argument. And it doesn't mean that because I've put her in her fucking place when disrespectfully talking to me, that
Right.
doesn't mean that I'm not proud of her either. You know what I
Right.
mean? So,
Exactly.
but we're
Exactly.
talking about a woman who wants to get on here who has fucked over all 5 of her children in some form or fashion to the point that their relationships are almost irreparable. If
Yeah.
you want to get on here and say that I'm some bad mom because I have a fight with one of my adult children, girl, please. Who was in the car with me today when I was talking to you on the phone, Mandy?
Your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You
My
were
daughter,
running
she says
around
that
doing
don't
all
fuck with
kinds of
me.
stuff. Helping
Yeah,
your
and it amazes me how she can get on here and say none of my kids fuck with me. Let me tell you something. All 6 of my kids, including the one that talks dirt bad about me, knows if they call my phone, I'm going to be there. So you know what?
Exactly.
My kids don't have to call anybody else. That's the difference between the type of mother I am and the type of mother she is.
Yeah.
Her kids were calling me because of the
Yeah.
shit she was doing to them. My
Yeah.
kids have never. My kids ain't never picked up the phone and had to call that bitch.
Why is
I've
this so
never had to
hard?
ask that bitch for anything when it came to my kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, and I think that the way it originated and started was between you and her. Then she threw a curveball and said, "Well, whatever." Before that, you had just said what had happened as far as her being in the other room, and then it kind of got
and
completely thrown in.
I said that not to say that that's exactly the way it turned out.
Right.
I said that to show that here Samantha is in this committed relationship with this woman that everybody, even including the woman, thinks that this woman relocated here to be with.
Right.
Here she
Oh,
is making up shit and lying to her, telling her daughter is gone, telling her daughter's still over here with me. When from the get-go, like why was a lie and manipulating the first thing that you had to go to? Why not just say, hey, my daughter's here, but she's gonna get up in the morning and go somewhere for a
right.
couple hours so you can
Well,
still come over.
and the other thing I
That.
wanted, yeah, the
So
other thing
I
I wanted to
posted that to show how quick she will even lie to somebody that she's got the world believing
right,
that she's head over heels in love with. She did lie to that woman. She did
right,
tell that woman that girl was still at my house.
and that's
She
what
did
I
tell
wanted to.
her that
That's what I
Devin
wanted
was
to
not
explore.
at her house. She did. Now, if she cleaned that up and corrected that before the next morning, before the lady came over there, that's fine. My point in putting that out there was to show, even to this woman, she will lie and deceive.
Right. When
That's
she has
the
a
point of me
goal.
putting those text messages out there. But of course, they all went left. The whole situation went left because what people saw was, oh my God, Arabia's retweeting shit from between her and Samantha's kids. Oh my God, she's putting the daughter out there. No, I wasn't putting the daughter out there. I was putting Samantha's ass out there for the liar that she is.
Right. Yeah, I think everybody kind of cringes when no matter how old they are. But in this instance, it was her that started it. You might have retweeted it. But the other thing I wanted to ask you was about when I wanted you to clarify when she came to, I guess it's Louisville. I don't even know. She was already left South Bend, no intention of going back, even though they
None.
thought she was coming back. She was on a little getaway.
And I have text messages from her kids that say they didn't even know she was leaving for good.
Right. But she did. So
She
she
did.
went to that hotel for a week to try to win over this girl's affections, who 6 months ago hated the ground she walked on. So
and that's probably why the girl was leery to meet her.
Right.
I would have been leery too.
That's my point. Yaba, if you believe nothing else, your instincts about her were spot on. You knew it.
Well, let me tell, but I'm just going to say this too. Anybody who spends any amount of time around Samantha in real life, it's not real hard to pick up on the type of person that she is. And if you yourself don't see that, it's because you see it and you just don't give a fuck. And y'all must be on the same page and on the same level about a bunch of shit. So I don't think that her girlfriend is any victim. I don't think her girlfriend is, anybody who's, being what do you call that word when you go through something without knowing it?
Naive.
I don't think her girlfriend's being naive at all.
Well, and you know what? A good little something something's a good little something something. Hey, no harm, no foul. But if we're talking lifelong commitment, you might want to consider that the entire thing was based on a large scale manipulation. You might want to know. Maybe not.
And everything is there for her to know that.
Thank you, Kathleen.
So at some point, she's just accepted that Samantha is who she is, and she's going to accept her for that. I have no opinion about that. I'm not passing judgment on that. I'm just saying that you cannot be around Samantha and not pick up on who she is. She can't. I mean, it's not like she's hiding who she is from her.
Right.
I mean, she might have lied and deceived her in the beginning, and she did lie and deceive, but if they've actually spent any amount of time together, the liar and the manipulator that she is not hard to pick up on. So at this point, you're just willing to accept that and let it be what it is.
She used to tease Yaba horribly on social media, calling her Corky and putting up pictures of her next to, I don't even know who it is, whoever Corky is, but apparently it was an insult. Okay, things have been born out of less, but it was this is an example of what she does until you return her affections. She terrorizes and stalks and harasses until you give in and give her a chance. And if you take that chance back, she'll go through the cycle again and again and again. So just know that. We are both sitting here. Savage knows that. We all know that. With
anybody who has spent any amount of time with that bitch in person knows that about her.
Right. Which is where she got us.
Because
we've never looked at her in the eyes.
If you are around a person who is constantly deceiving other people, constantly manipulating other people, constantly lying to other people, and you see that, you would have to be a dummy to think that they wouldn't do it to you. So I don't think her girlfriend is that dumb.
No. Can we talk about
I think she sees her for who she is and she just accepts it.
Can we talk briefly?
I don't have a judgment on that.
Right. Can we briefly talk about Aspen Dental and Bob?
Yes. Hold on a second. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on.
Thank you, Khaki. Savage, Savage did a disclaimer earlier. It is a full moon. The females in this community cannot be held responsible for anything that happens during a full moon. So it's kind of like the purge. All judgment is called off for the next, 12 hours. Do not call for assistance. It will not be there for you. Oh, Corky was the special needs character on the TV show Was 8 Enough? Again, taking advantage of special needs. I had no idea. Shame on you, Samantha.
Can you guys see me? My laptop is kind of sideways because where the charger it won't reach if I like put it straight.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
So the cat, well, first of all, um, we've already talked about Bob. Bob always paid Aspen Dental in cash. You know from my slideshow that was the man the elderly man that she all but bankrupted by pretending that she cared about him. Now that she has nothing left, he has nothing left to give her. He said he's tapped
Well, it's
out.
not that he don't got nothing left. He ain't got nothing left for her.
Right. But he did tell her in the end, she told me that he said, Samantha, I've got next to nothing left. Not dirt poor, but he doesn't have house money anymore. Like that to buy a house. So tell me about him paying in cash in Aspen Dental.
Okay. So
Oh, you look good.
Can y'all see me now?
Yeah, I can see now. I can pin things and
okay.
Of course.
Hold on, y'all. My laptop has a charge and it's having to sit in a funky position to be able to charge, or the charger's going to come undone. Okay, so Aspen Dental. Yes, Samantha managed an Aspen Dental. She managed it. She didn't just work there. Mm-hmm. She was an office manager. Yes, Samantha was stealing money from Aspen Dental. What Samantha would do is when people would come in and pay for their procedures in cash, Samantha could go into the system and produce a receipt for them, but wipe everything out of the system that would be due to the dental office.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
She got caught one day. Samantha took $1,500, put it in her, and they knew she was doing it, but they couldn't ever catch her doing it.
You see that?
I'm trying.
That caught your eye, didn't it? That's
blessing.
That's Miss Sparrow. I told you, Miss Sparrow.
So they knew she was.
Look at her. Go ahead.
They knew she was doing it, but they couldn't catch her doing it.
Okay.
So this particular day, they set her up. They put $1,500, in a little bundle thing and set it on the desk where Samantha was. Sure as shit, it ended up in Samantha's briefcase, and she went all the way home with it.
Messy.
They sent the sheriff out there to arrest Samantha. Instead of arresting Samantha, Samantha gave the $1,500 back.
Okay.
If they would have arrested Samantha, what they would have done is they would have charged her multiple times for felony theft. They would have got her in court, had her plead guilty to one to dismiss all the other ones. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works in Indiana. But when they didn't take her to jail because she gave the money back and had a big old long story behind, oh, I'm the office manager, it just slipped my mind. Bitch, it never should have been in your briefcase to begin with.
Oh. So that was their one and done and they blew it.
Right. So the police allowed her to return the money to them, and then they in turn returned it to Aspen Dental. So that's a lie that, she just quit.
But then her job was done.
She was fired.
She said it was some hit job by the district manager that they had it out for and they made some stuff. No. And a lot, and subsequently, one person that paid a lot of cash was Bob, and that's how she knew he had money because
that's why she zeroed in on him. She zeroed in on him because every time he would come in there, and he had several procedures done there where he paid large sums of money in cash, so she knew that he had money, and she kind of went out of her way to be extra friendly to him until they got to talking. And, Bob was looking for a companionship.
Of course. He was a recent widower of within a year or so. Yeah.
And it was all good for Samantha to be a companion to him as long as he was giving her fistfuls of money, hand over fist. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly it.
And he bought her a house. He did buy that house, and it was in Samantha's name. He didn't want it in his name because he didn't want his kids to ever be able to come and take that house away from Samantha.
Thank you. Because his kids were on to this. That's all in that slideshow.
Oh, yeah. His kids
were on to her.
Yeah, his kids hate Samantha. But
she fostered that when they kind of put their foot down and said, Dad, this lady is taking all your money, da, 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 da. And he said, if you can't accept Samantha, then get out. And the right thing to do would have been for Samantha to say, hey, look.
Well, the thing about it is, nobody was telling him that he couldn't be a part of Samantha's life.
Right,
What
it's the
they
money.
were trying to open his eyes to is this is a woman who's not even meeting an intimate need for you.
Right. That's
Like,
always
this
been my
is
point. He
just
didn't even get any.
companionship.
He didn't even
And
get any.
right. And you don't go buy houses and brand new cars that you pay for in cash for someone who you also have to give gas money to go to the store to get you a loaf of bread.
Did y'all hear that? She wouldn't even get him a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread without charging him gas money and reimbursement. Bought her a house.
Yes.
A car.
Yes. But initially, Samantha was leading Bob on to make him believe that in time they would actually end up together.
Really?
Yeah. And then, as more time went by, obviously everybody, including Bob, figured out that he had been doing it. And that's why he won't give Samantha money anymore. Now, he will help her kids here and there. Devin has a car that Bob bought and paid for, and that's why it's in his name.
Well, what she had told me, and I don't know if I put this in the slideshow, he used to go to dinner with her. Of course, he paid for it, but he met a waitress at one of the places and caught his eye.
Dawn.
And she was genuinely
Dawn.
There you go. She was
Samantha
genuinely
didn't like Dawn.
No, let me tell you, some of the words that I heard Samantha call this Dawn, I couldn't repeat to my worst enemy. She challenged her hustle. And you know what she did it for? Not for money. She did it because she liked Bob.
She did it to show Bob.
And they got together. They got together, right?
I think they did for a little bit. Like, I don't know how it all ended up between him and Dawn.
I hope he has someone to spend his last years with.
Yeah. I mean, she can still call and talk to him. Like, he'll talk to her, but as soon as she mentions money, he shuts that shit down. All of a sudden, he's got
good for him.
He can't sit on the phone.
For him. Hopefully,
like,
he's talking to his kids.
If she calls him and he'll sit on the phone for an hour and talk to her, but he ain't getting ready to discuss no finances with her. He's not getting ready to give her the chance to say, "Hey, I need this or I need that."
Y'all don't watch it now because we're doing this, but on my channel later, there's something called "What About Bob." Watch that later, and it'll kind of fill in the gaps on that. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, that's the thing about Bob. But Bob didn't just buy Samantha a home. Bob also bought Samantha a $30,000 vehicle that he paid for. And, there's been so many car wrecks between her and her kids. I want to say her son wrecked that van. I'm not sure.
No, she wrecked it on purpose to get the insurance payout.
That was the second time. Because when it was initially wrecked, she didn't have insurance on it.
Oh my God.
And the little backyard mechanic fixed it up, and then she wrecked it again on purpose once it was insured to get the insurance money on it. But the first time it was wrecked, no, Samantha did not get a dime on that because it was not insured.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he's paid bonds to get Harold out of jail. He's paid for attorney.
He did.
He put her as an authorized user on his credit card, which ended up causing him some issues with his credit because she then in turn would let her kids use the card. Like, y'all don't know the extent of the financial ruins that she was willing to do to this man just because she could. And this was after she was already in the house, after she had the car. At this point, she no longer even needed that type of money from him. But she was literally going to take until he either just didn't give it to her anymore or until he just started telling her no.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just the house and the car.
Yeah, I'm looking at who is. Oh, okay. It's someone in the chat. I was like, who are we talking about? Now, I got it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, but what ultimately ended up happening is after time, Bob had gotten sick and Samantha couldn't be bothered to take his calls. Samantha couldn't be bothered to ask him and call and check on him. Hey, do you need something? Are you all right? No. And that's when he himself really got to the point where he was like, okay, you know, this is kind of it. Bob is not completely broke. Bob is not bankrupt. But Bob still has enough money to take care of Bob. Believe that.
But he has enough for the rest of his to live his life out, right?
Yes.
And when I say elderly, I mean he's in his 70s, but he's not in his 90s, right?
But he's very sick. You
Is he?
know, yeah.
Okay.
He has a lot of health problems going on.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean that's a true story. She did that, and she had that house what, a year before he cut her off and quit paying her bills. You see how long she was able to keep it after Bob
And
said no more?
furnished it. He paid to furnish and
furnished
remodel it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, if somebody bought me a house that was paid for, all I had to do was keep the taxes and the utilities paid. I don't think I'd ever struggle to the point where I would literally have to turn around and sell my house just to buy myself a vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, like you should not still be struggling. Like everything you had was paid for.
When she didn't pay for that vehicle, they want to take it back. She didn't even finish paying for it, did she?
No, I'm talking about when she had the minivan.
Oh, okay.
When she had the $30,000 van that was paid for.
Was it brand new when he bought it?
It was brand new.
Oh, I didn't know
Brand
it was
new.
brand new.
I think it had something like 16 miles on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was brand new.
Oh my
Brand
God.
new town and country van.
Well, I remember one day she went and traded it in for a Maxima and then missed her van and went and traded it right back and ended up having to be over. That is some dumb shit.
I'm telling you, like she does not.
She has no.
You buy me a car and a house, and I think that I can take care of myself after that.
Yeah, I got it
to
from
the
here.
point that I'm not still going to be struggling every day.
She couldn't even pay the property tax. She couldn't. I mean, I'm pretty bad with money.
But who's been on this motherfucker every day bragging about the fact I took my ass to work when I needed this or that? Bitch, when?
Right, that's what I'm wondering.
When? You lived in a house that was paid for, no mortgage, no nothing, and you were struggling. When were you working? You left your son down there in a house with 2 months behind on rent. And look, I'm getting ready to show y'all these text messages.
Uh-oh. Y'all, let me tell you this. Every time y'all come in and put up swords, she's going to spill some more stuff. So keep them swords coming. That's
I mean, don't block them. Let them come. Let them come. Because at the end of the day, the truth can slap half them dumb bitches in their face and they still wouldn't see it. Like, you got to keep in mind, a lot of Samantha's followers don't have good common sense. They're not a good stock.
No, I would think that
it's quantity and not quality with her followers.
I would think a CPS worker in particular would have more scruples than that.
So who the fuck who cares? Let them bitches do what they do.
I'm gonna grab something. Hold on, I'm gonna mute, but only for half a second.
So hold on. I don't even know if you guys can see it. This is my text thread with her daughter, who I blocked on Facebook because I don't argue with kids. I don't argue with my kids. So we're gonna scroll up here and we're gonna go back to the day that I found out that she was 2 months behind in rent. This was before July the 1st, and you'll see how I can say that was, well, for one, it's dated and time stamped. Hold on.
What is it?
The Tiger Balm spray. Look, now I'm gonna have to yell it. Tiger Balm. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so remember on one of the wiretap things, I told you that Samantha and Taryn had each other blocked for a couple weeks while she was here.
Right.
Remember I told you that? And then she found out that she couldn't get access to her unemployment that her mother had been filing.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to talk about all that too. But so she had unblocked her mother because her landlord, which is the same landlord that her mother had in the house down there, rented her own apartment. She moved out, took her baby and left because her mom wanted her to take her school money
Right.
After Samantha had sold the house, Devin goes to college.
Right.
She wanted Samantha's mind. This is the way Samantha thinks. She wanted that child to take her entire college refund check, pay the $2,500 off that Samantha owed on that car when she got the car, and then pay all the bills in the fucking house too. Taryn said, Taryn took her fucking school money and dipped out on that bitch. So, since Samantha sold that house, Taryn has not lived there.
Wow.
She did for like a month, but hold on, y'all. I'm not ignoring y'all. Hold on.
Yeah, Savage, I love having you in the chat. I love having all of you. Hey, Aaron and a gentle soul. I don't know what that troll said. Not Miss Gorda. Miss Gorda's my bud. She DMs me. She gives me secrets all the time. I don't know why she's acting like we don't have
let's look at this one where Taryn is upset about her mom trying to give the dog away. This is before I agreed to take the dog. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on. Now I got to scroll back to it. Y'all.
Thank you. Yeah, this is where I can act up a little bit. We try to act as some kind of way on ours, but I can act an idiot on here, and it's not going to hurt anybody but myself. Or help, as the case.
Okay, on June 22nd. Look, on June 22nd. Y'all see that? Hold on. I'm trying to get it.
Yeah,
can you tell my mom's funky ass to tell me the name of the place she bought this car from so I can make my car payment?
I can't hear you, but I don't know.
June 22nd. You guys see that? Can you ask my mom's funky ass to tell me the name of the place where she bought this car from so I can make my car payments? Okay, I'm going to explain that to y'all in a minute, okay? But this is during the time that they had each other blocked, and Erin ended up unblocking her mom and kept telling me to have her mom call her and this and that and the other, and Samantha would never unblock her. Well, we get to why in just a minute.
I think it's kind of funny, though, the funky ass. I think that's kind of funny. Landlord says the house
2 months. Read it, Mandy. Read it.
Landlord says the house is 2 months behind on rent. July 1st, courts open back up, and he'll have to evict if he doesn't pay. I was calling because Alex came over to move hazardous stuff from the yard, which belongs to Jeff, and Jeff called the police and said Alex threatened him. Okay, I'll tell.
Alex is the landlord. Alex is also the landlord Alex is the guy that bought the house that Samantha sold. That is the landlord in Samantha's house, and that is the landlord of Taryn's apartment.
Okay, both. So
because Taryn
moved out, and she has the same landlord. Because hold on, those of you who don't know,
but
Sam sold her house and is renting it back from the landlord who bought it. Okay, go ahead. Same house.
Yeah. So the landlord went to Taryn's house to remove some hazardous material. Now, Sean is a guy that Taryn and one of the neighbors that him and Taryn have been into it. He pulled a gun on Taryn, all kinds of shit. It was crazy. But the landlord's name is Alex. Okay. When he went to go move all of the hazardous material from around the apartments that Taryn lives in, Taryn is still also on the lease at her mom's house where she moved out of. The reason he said something to Taryn about the rent being 2 months behind is because Taryn is also on the lease of the house. And this is why this is important. Because if he evicts the leaseholders on the house, he's basically evicting Taryn out of that house too. Which then in turn would affect Taryn from being able to stay in her apartment. Right. Because there is a management company that would not allow her to stay in that property where she's been evicted from that same landlord.
And Sam knows this.
Yes. Sam knew she was 2 months fucking behind on rent when she brought her goddamn ass up here.
And she knew that that would
But
affect
let me-
Taryn's ability to stay.
Right, but well, Taryn was in her own apartment. If the eviction goes through, it'll be for Taryn and Samantha out of that house because Daniel's not on the lease.
That's what yeah.
You can't legally evict somebody through a court process that isn't on a lease.
Right.
But let's back up a little bit before that. Before Samantha decided she was going to come up here, she basically begged her son to move in the house with her because, like I said, January, she wanted Taryn to pay all the bills in the house and pay the $2,500 on her car that she went and put $5,000 on and still owed money on that she couldn't pay the note on because she was not working. Okay? So
Right.
instead of Taryn doing that, Taryn took her school money and moved the fuck out and didn't give her mom even the $2,500 to pay her car off. So
She played a play.
So now Samantha's in this house by herself with bills that she has to catch up by herself because now there are 0 kids living in this house with Samantha.
Mhm.
0. Because Devin had moved out too. So now she's there by herself with $850 worth a month in rent plus all the utilities. Okay. That she sat on her ass and did not go out to work to get the money to pay because she really honestly thought Taryn was going to take that school check and was going to pay the bills in that house.
Oh.
And when Taryn didn't, now she's there. Now she's there with all these bills by herself. So what she did was she begged her son Daniel to move in there with her because
Right.
Daniel was getting ready to have a baby, and Samantha's plan, and in her mind, the girl could move in there with Daniel and they could give her rent to stay there. And that's how she was going to get caught up on her bills. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that never happened. Daniel moved in. The girl with the baby that Daniel had with her, they never moved in, and Daniel neither was handing over all his goddamn money for bills that there's no reason for Samantha to be in this hole.
No.
Bitch, you just sold the house.
Right.
Why do you not have money to pay the rent 2 months after selling the house?
That's my
Why?
point. Where did it go?
Right. Okay, so she talks Daniel into moving in. Daniel doesn't hand over his fucking check either. Daniel
Mhm.
does give her money, but not what Samantha wants him to give her.
Mhm.
So at that point, Samantha realized she's got 2 options. Go to work and pay her fucking bills, or just leave everybody and tell everybody to kiss her ass because she feels they did her wrong. She chose option number 2. Option number 2.
Which was
But also she wasn't working either while she was there because I told you the cruise that she got, that she bought with the money that she sold the house from. Taryn ended up with that car because after Taryn moved out, she thought, well, I'll just give the car to Taryn. I'll take the Buick, and the $2,500 is still going to be Taryn's responsibility to pay because if she wants the car, she's going to have to pay it. She gave this child this car, switched cars with her, thinking, again, Taryn was getting ready to pay that $2,500 on that car. That's what that text message is about, where she just said, tell my funky ass mama to call me so she can tell me where to make these payments at.
yeah. Let me address something in the chat.
To this day, that's never been paid because she wouldn't tell Taryn where to pay them at.
Pause 1 second. This has
Okay.
nothing to do. Fired Up Grandma. This is Mrs. ATX. I've already said I'll do what I want on this channel. I have heard your morality lessons over the last week or so. I appreciate it. Noted. Now you move on to have happily ever after and leave me alone. Okay, go ahead.
So this day, the $2,500 has never been paid because the whole time Taryn had the car, the 2 or 3 months that Taryn had the car, her mother still, in her mother's mind, and the thing is the car lot had never agreed to let Taryn take over the payments on the car and then, title and register it to Taryn. No, that was Samantha's plan again.
Right.
The car lot was not involved in that. The car lot was looking for that car because she refused to pay the $2,500 when she put the $5,000 down, she
Mhm.
had like 30 to 45 days, I think, to give them the 2,500 because they weren't going to let her, you know, put just 5,000 down.
They wanted more than $5,000 to put
They
down.
to buy here, pay here, like you pay the cash price of the car
Oh,
in
gotcha,
full
gotcha.
before you drive the car off the
Right,
lot.
right.
But they went ahead and took just 5,000 and gave her, I want to say it was 45 days to pay the remaining 2,500.
Okay.
So now Taryn has the car. So obviously, you know, her mom is not working because I know she ain't lifting and Ubering people around in that big battle axe of a fucking Buick. Okay.
But she
So
can't.
clearly she's not working.
Right.
She's
Go ahead.
sitting at home filing for the pandemic unemployment come March and knows that that's going to be paid out to her. So she don't care that Taryn's got the car. Taryn had the car for 2 months before she ever came up here.
Oh.
Right. She had been driving the Buick because she gave Taryn the car and said, if you pay the $2,500 on the car, you can keep the car and I'll just fucking get me another one.
Okay.
And so Taryn had the car for 2 months before she ever got here. She was not working in South Bend before she brought her fat ass up here.
So
She
when
was
she
collect-
said you go to work,
She was collecting unemployment, filing for unemployment vouchers on herself and her child. We're going to get into that. And again, I have text messages. So the text message after she gets here about, can you tell my funky ass mama I need to know where the fuck to go try to pay these car payments at? That was because after her having the car for 2 months before her mom came here, her mom refused to tell her to go pay where to go pay it because her mom started thinking, you know, they might not let her keep that car if she shows up to make just a payment. They
right.
wanted the $2,500 in full because she had already, it was already way past due. She was supposed to pay the remaining balance of $2,500 within 45 days of getting the car.
Wow. We're not,
So
Miss
the
Savage is here
25
too.
The $2,500 is way the fuck past due at this point, okay? When she
Hey,
starts
Arabia.
realizing that if
She's
Taryn
still
goes up
talking.
there, what's Savage say?
Savage is she's having a fit because we're trying to figure out where all this money went. She said, hi, Arabia.
I said,
Hey,
hey,
girl.
Arabia. And then you just can't run off. I said, she's still talking.
Girl, I'll be talking
Keep
over
going.
Mandy all the time.
Keep going.
But so now Samantha's worried. Well, if Taryn goes up there and tries to offer them payments on what was way past due as a lump sum, they might end up taking this fucking car. So she just wouldn't tell Taryn where to make the car payment. Well, then she comes here. Then she comes here and stays in a hotel for a week, or a hotel room for a week.
Waiting to
What
go meet her
kind of
girl.
bitch is this, man? I'm like, what
I'm
the
trying
fuck
to
is
tell
going
y'all,
on?
This is why I didn't want her to stay here.
Mm.
I'm trying to tell y'all, it was never about being jealous of her. It wasn't even about that fucking doll.
If any of y'all need any financial consulting, look up. It's Sam at Sam Tefler.
Yeah,
2
go ahead.
on
She'll
Twitter.
drain you fucking dry like a corpse. You won't be nothing left but dust when she get done with your dumb ass.
We're gonna have to call you Bob.
Dried up
But-
fucking dust by the time she gets through with some damn body.
So after she came here, y'all just seen the text from Taryn. This is while her mom was here, June
Okay.
22nd. After she came here and still would not tell Taryn where to go make the car payments, then Taryn finds out that she's got all this fucking unemployment money stacked on this card that her mom all of a sudden don't want to give her access to. And I'm going to tell you why. Because her mama thought that card was going to go to 427 Camden Street, South Bend, Indy fucking Anna. Yes, I just gave the fucking address. I sure.
Oh, she gives every.
Oh, we
But-
all knew that, honey.
She gonna steal her baby's money.
She was here And somehow the child ended up getting her mail from her mom's house.
Oh.
Or the card ended up going to Terrence. One or the two. But
Right.
her intention was to always go back down there and get that card and take Terrence's money.
What?
She gonna take her baby's money.
I'm gonna show you. Terrence literally had to threaten to call the fucking police and send them over here. Like her
Oh my
mother
God.
was not
Then you
going
still
to come up
hurt your
off that
kid.
fucking money.
You stealing off your kid, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you?
She talks about us and our parenting, Savage. I ain't never taken money from my kids.
I would never. That's like taking the food
Let me
out
tell you
of
something.
small
Right, but I'm a
children's
piece
mouth.
of shit parent because I
You're a
told my
pandemic.
daughter. I'm a piece of shit parent because in an argument with my daughter, I told her she was a goddamn nurse, not a brain surgeon, and don't you ever fucking forget it and come down off your goddamn high horse.
Right.
I'm a piece of shit parent because I said something that wasn't nice to my daughter. None of my kids, including that goddamn child herself, would ever say I've never
So
done the shit that I'm getting ready to show y'all that she did to this kid.
So that $600 a week was piling up on that Relia card or whatever it was, and Sam's intention was to get that
And
card
when
so
Sam
that she could
realized
catch up
that-
all of her dominoes and pay
When
stuff.
Sam
off.
realized
Oh
that
my
her
God.
daughter had the card, Sam went back in where she had been filing the vouchers, changed all the goddamn information, and locked the goddamn card up on the child to where the child couldn't
Oh
even
my
get into the
God.
fucking card. Look, I'm going to show y'all.
my
I'm going to
God.
show y'all. I'm going to show y'all.
Bitch, you are dirty. I thought you were. You are dirty, bitch.
I
But
mean,
this
I
is
knew you
That
were
ain't our
POS.
problem now. She butt to Becky's problem now. Let her have her. Good luck, motherfucker.
But this is the same person who wants to post arguments between me and my daughter. Arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she takes advantage of those who she sees as, like you said, with smart as a tack, but maybe some
Hold on,
other
look
kinds
at all
of
this.
mental issues.
Look at all this fucking scrolling I got to do to even get to the top where all this shit's at.
I
Okay,
mean-
June 23rd. That's where she tells us what the landlord says about rent. Okay, that's June 23rd. Here's right here is where she's explaining that her name is on the lease and that's why he brought it to her attention.
Right.
Okay. Here's where Taryn talks about how her mother just wanted her to pay the bills, but she's on drugs and she ever thought that was going to happen. Y'all see that?
Oh shit.
Can y'all see that?
And she scrolled. These are
wait a
real.
minute. Let me show y'all the timestamp so somebody can't go back and say it's old. Can y'all see it?
Oh, honey, they screenshotting the shit out of that right now. You know that.
But they're saying, but what's the timestamp on it? I can't see the timestamp.
June 23rd.
Oh, okay.
This
June
is where,
23rd.
and y'all see what it says.
You want me to read it?
I'm giving everybody a chance to read it.
Look at me. She's a school teacher.
All right, hold on. Since she wants to post some screenshots, we're going to tell it all. Post some screenshots.
Tell it
of
all,
arguments
honey.
I've had.
Bury this
Everybody
bitch once
lean
and
in.
for all.
Here where she talks about how
Decapitate her.
crime is tough. Now, this is not Devin. This is the other. I told y'all, Samantha's at odds with all her kids. This is not
This
Devin.
is with the. This is the one with the little baby. The
Baby.
little baby.
Y'all see right there
Mm-hmm.
where she's what'd she say? She's grimy as fuck. Apparently, I did sign the lease and didn't know what I was getting myself into.
Oh shit.
She found out she was on the lease on Camden. And her mother is still ignoring her, refuses to answer her, and is sitting right here while this child is texting me all this. Her mother's telling me what the fuck to reply and say.
Well, didn't you hear her several times on the phone with her kids telling them, fuck it, she didn't care, figure it out, and all that bullshit?
Hold
She
on.
calls them ungrateful, and it's like,
My
does that
God.
help you to
Look.
screw them over?
Y'all see right here? Taryn called me and asked me, could I help her find a new car? she was going to go give that piece of shit fucking cruise right back to the car lot.
Mm.
So I told her not to do that, that I would help her find another car, but don't just go give her mom's car back to the car lot because she was mad. But that's what her daughter was going to do to her June 26th. Okay?
Well, at the bottom, just to clarify, it says unblock at the bottom. Is she blocked now?
I blocked her because
Okay.
we got into it over the
I
dog.
gotcha. I was just clarifying.
I don't argue
Mhm.
with kids.
I got. Oh, trust me.
Oh yeah. Well, you know the youngest one.
June 27th.
Hey,
June
Arabia.
Yeah.
Do you know the young? I did hear with my own ear, and I can get the recording that the youngest one said that she was going to be back down there.
Oh, I know. I know. I
What
know.
the fuck you gonna do, little girl? Go
I don't
sit down and mind your business. Just grown folks.
I don't fight kids.
And
No.
she needs to quit talking about everybody else's hoo-ha when hers is not
Okay.
real.
June 27th. This is when
Hiding
Taryn
behind her
finds out.
child.
June 27th is when Taryn finds out that her mom's coming down there to take the cruise
Uh-oh.
and leaving her
They
with
want
the
it-
Buick.
They want us to, if you can read it, they're not able to see it.
Oh, okay. She waits until she's literally here to tell me she's picking up that Chevy from me and needs $400 to fix the Buick. I said, oh, damn. I said, what's wrong with it? She said, I have no idea. She left right after that. So her whole thing where she was there for 4 days, spending time with Devin prior to coming back here, and that's a justification why when Devin was saying she wanted her mom's time and attention, she didn't feel bad about not giving it to her. Right here. She was there for literally less than 2 days.
Wow.
She says, I have no idea.
I hit
She
the wrong
left
button.
right after that. Here we are, June 29th. June 29th. Can you tell my mom that she needs to call me and explain the condition of this car to me? I gave her the $400 to fix the Buick because she said that's all they wanted. However, I got the car back and it is not running. Billy, I can't even go over 25 miles an hour in this car.
Oh my
And they're
God.
telling me to fix it. Now they want $1,400. June 29th. And she needs to call this benefit card that she put on her account so I can access it. I can't even call them myself because the card number is linked to her phone number. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? Just
Oh my
so
God.
y'all know I'm not making it up. Just so y'all know I'm not making
Oh,
it up.
I think they know, but yeah, keep showing. But
Wait a
read it.
minute, Arabia. Hold on, Arabia. Mandy, don't you remember when she was begging for her child's car repairs?
Oh yeah.
And she
Yeah.
probably got the
Oh,
money,
yeah.
so why didn't she give it? Oh my God. You are a thief from hell, bitch.
Now, I said, can you check your ATM balance from the card? Because I didn't understand that. I didn't understand what she was saying. I said, can you check the ATM balance from the card? She said she'll talk to the mechanic if the car isn't acting right, but she really doesn't want to talk to you. She also said she's not communicating with you because she doesn't have to. I said, Taryn, what's going on? She said, you know, she gave me this shitty car that we paid $800 for several years ago. I'm not even going over 20 miles an hour, Billy, and it is all over the road. I fucking need access to my account, not just to check my balance, Billy, but where I can get into my goddamn money.
Oh my God.
Arabia is also known as Billy, you guys, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, Arabia is my birth name. I was adopted as a teenager and they changed my name. So,
There you go.
They changed your
Legally, I
name
got
as a
two names.
teenager?
huh?
They changed your name as a teenager?
Yeah, I got adopted as a teenager.
But I mean, they changed you knew they were changing your name though. You were okay with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I told you guys the story about the day I turned 18. I went to court and wanted my name back. Remember, I told you
Yeah.
guys that.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
got locked up the day that I went to court. Remember,
Yeah.
I told you all that. And that's
they've got
where the
two-
criminal
you've got-
history. That's where the criminal history started under Billy Fulton. Remember, I
Right.
explained all that to
There's
y'all.
some fingerprints on the it's all mixed up.
Dang.
Okay, so here we are. And I asked her, I said, Taryn, baby, what's wrong? This is what she said. Tell her she always wants to throw shit in people's faces whenever she gets angry. I don't give a fuck about what she's done. I just need access to my account. And I know she locked me out of it on fucking purpose and is stopping me from getting into this card. She's so fucking petty. What the fuck is wrong with your friend? She had no problem getting $600 out of me when she came down here. I want to access my account and I need to. Okay, I'm going to show y'all that. June 29th.
Oh my God.
Just so nobody
You are
thinks I'm adding anything
dirty.
to it, okay? Just so nobody thinks I'm adding anything to what I'm reading out loud.
Hold on, all you little sword throwers out there, come on over here and
I said every
justify
time
that
you
shit.
every time you throw
Justify.
those swords, we go
No,
for another
no.
20 minutes.
She left the card there in the shop and took $400 from Taryn to give to the shop, but she left before the card was done. Then she got another $600 out of Taryn. So that is $1,000 that woman got out of that child in that 2 days that she was there before she brought Devin back down here with her when she went to go get that card. Okay? Just so
God.
we're all clear on that. I said, Taryn, I have no idea what's going on with her. I can help you look for another car, but I don't know what to tell you to do. Okay? This is where she says she's getting ready to go to the police. Y'all see that? I'll read it to you, but just so y'all see, I'm not making this shit up. She said, I don't need her for shit. She makes sure she has ties to everyone's life so she can blackmail them, use and manipulate them. She refused to give me access to my unemployment so she can blackmail me. I swear to God, I will call the police and send them right there.
Oh shit.
That's what broke the block between her and Taryn. When I told that child that your mother said she's not talking to you, and this child threatened to call the police, that's when Samantha unblocked her.
Uh-huh.
Here she is again, June 29th. She ran the Buick into the ground and left me with all these fucking car repairs. Y'all see that? Okay.
Wow.
Then she says, so I'm asking her, well, did the place not fix the car? She said they fixed whatever she told them was wrong with it, but it needs so much more work. My thing is, why put more money into this car instead of just buying a whole nother one? That's why I told her I would help her find a car. Then she goes on to say, I don't even care about the car. And I'm not surprised at all about her doing me bogus because she needs to give me access to my fucking bank account. She's fucking weird. Soon as we get into it, my account gets locked and I can't call and access it because she linked all my shit to hers. Again, June 29th. June 29th. Okay? Hold on. I told her, I said, Taryn, I just told her what you said, and she cut me off and said, you can call the number and have your deposit switched for your account. Again, Taryn said, oh my motherfucking God, if I could do that, I would have done it already, Arabia. If I could do that, I would have done it already, Arabia. It's telling me my account does not exist on this card because my card number is linked to her goddamn phone number. If I call it from my phone number, it doesn't recognize it. She's got to call and set this up from her phone, which means she'll have access to all my goddamn information. June 29th, still. Y'all see this? Hold on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay? Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I literally don't know what to do. I can't do anything. I said, if it's linked to her, I don't know how to fix that or how I can change it for you. Is there any way you can change the login online and change the information? Because your mother is not trying to listen to me at all about this. Okay, now, y'all see her reply. I'm getting ready to read the reply to y'all.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to take it down. I just want to.
I can't
Exactly,
access
Sarah.
my account whatsoever because it's linked to her information. Oh, wait a minute. I already read y'all that part. Look at this. This is what I'm reading now. This is how much of a massive manipulator and blackmailer she is. She does this shit all the time. I'm on unemployment because I worked my ass off and she filed fucking vouchers for me. But she'll take all the credit and then turn it around to make it look like she did this for my benefit.
Yep.
She refused to tell me how to complete my own vouchers because she would rather do it herself, just so she can hold this over my head. I said, that's crazy. I think the unemployment is ending in a few weeks anyway, Taryn. I really don't know what to do. I wish I knew what I could do to help you out, but I don't know what else to do to help you through this. If she's not going to let you access your account, I really do not know.
Yep.
She says again, Billy, I can't access my account, my vouchers. I can't access anything. I have no idea how much money I have on this card because it's always been linked to my mom's account and I never knew, which is why she's refusing to give me the information. She didn't even know
Wow.
about her unemployment. I said, so what exactly does she need to do to fix this? She says she has to call from her phone, punch my information in because it's linked to her phone. My card number and her phone number are linked together, which means only her phone will access my account to activate this card for me to get my money. She needs to call them, and I don't have my password or anything. She has to set all of that up, Billy. I had no idea, and this is why I don't know how to do my own unemployment. I wouldn't need her, but since she refuses to let me do any of this myself and she has access to everything, I don't even know how to regain it if I could figure it out. She chooses to take care of everyone so that she has something to hold over their heads when she gets mad at them. And if this is not evident of that, then I don't know what ever could be. I don't give a fuck about the car. I will make it without her. I just need access to my money so I can figure out my funds because I need to find a house and a car since that bitch is also getting everyone evicted and my name happens to be on the lease there.
Wow.
Okay. I said, okay, I'll tell her for you. Hold on and give me a few minutes. She said, okay. I said, so she needs to call the number on the card. What's the number? Okay. She's giving me, I'm just showing y'all, she's giving me the card information to give to her mother because her mother still won't call her. She unblocked her, but she still won't call her. The whole time Samantha's sitting here in my living room. I'm just finding out that this woman has been filing for unemployment this whole time on her kid too, all the way back from March. This is okay. So she said, is she going to fix my account or does she just want my fucking card information? I said, Taryn, I'm not sure what she's going to do. I said, I didn't know anything about this. She was leaving earlier to look at an apartment and I just don't know. She says, okay. I said, well, she just got back. Because she's sitting here. She's sitting here telling me to tell this kid all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on from there, Taryn says on this is now June 30th. June 30th.
Okay.
See the date?
Yep.
Tell her I'll give her my info over the phone. Her mother refused to talk to her. Her mother refused to text her back about this. So this is the next day after she's given me the card number, after I've tried to get Samantha to do the right thing by her kid and set this account up for her and let her get her fucking money. After this kid is threatened to send the police here to lock her ass up for even filing unemployment on her.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Next day, Taryn says, tell her I'll give her my information over the phone. Because Taryn gave me the numbers and then told me, don't do anything with them. I want the motherfucker to call me. So she's telling me, don't give her mom the numbers to have her, to try to see if her mom will call. Then she goes on and says, hey, do you need help paying the Disney Plus? Because, I let her and the baby log into all my fucking apps. They have all my login information. And we just kind of go on from there. And then July 28th, what's going on with Asher? Why is my sister telling me that my mom is giving my dog away? I'm not even the one that told her. Her sister told her she was giving her fucking dog away.
Wow.
Yeah. So July 28th is the first time that me and Taryn had the conversation about the dog. That's when I told Taryn that I would keep her dog for her so that her mother did not give the dog. I'm telling y'all have no fucking idea how nasty and grimy this bitch really is. Now, this is not Devin. This is not the same child that she was telling to sit in a room while she fucked her girlfriend, and because she didn't want her girlfriend to know she was in the apartment. This is a different child. The whole argument that I posted about between her and Devin over that situation was to show that she was lying to her girlfriend about the child still being with me, because her girlfriend told her she wouldn't come over there if the child was there. I posted that to show that.
Well, at least there's one responsible one.
That all went left because people thought that I was throwing that out there to put Devin's business out there. No, I did it on a whim, impulsively, when I was pissed the fuck off, and I didn't realize that people were going to take it like that. But my intent was to show how much she lied. Now, that fight that her and Devin had, that's a different kid. This is not the same kid. So that's 2 out of Samantha's 5 kids. Okay? 2 out of Samantha's 5 kids that she was at odds with the whole time she was at my house. Okay? Right. And then the son is the one in the house that was 2 months behind on rent, that is still sitting in that house with yet another one of Samantha's animals, where the rent is still not current, but the landlord has agreed to work with him now to try to let him get caught up so that he does not have to evict Samantha and Taryn, because they are the leaseholders on that house. He don't want to evict Taryn. He don't give a fuck about evicting Samantha, but legally he cannot evict one without evicting the other because they are both on the lease. That's why there has not been an eviction filed.
Okay.
So that's 3 kids out of her 5 that she's recently just fucked over. Because her son neither knew that she was coming down here permanently, leaving him with all them fucking months behind. Now, she was 2 months behind before July 1st, according to Taryn, when the landlord had come over that day and said, come July 1st, he's going to file an eviction, because as of July 1st, she would have been 2 months behind.
Right.
This is September 1st.
That's
so now
what I'm saying.
We are 4 months from the time that I received this text message from Taryn.
Now, luckily, someone said earlier the CDC passed a thing today extending the no evictions till the end of the year.
And that may be why that he has an eviction.
Right.
But initially,
that doesn't mean it's not accumulating months.
Right. Initially, he didn't evict because when they looked back and found that Taryn was on the lease, he didn't want to fuck her around. And because Daniel did move back in the house to try to help his mom get caught up, the landlord was willing to work with Daniel to allow the rent to be caught up, which has not happened yet. But
I hope that, it's not caught up yet. Okay.
It's not caught up yet. So when she left, her son did not know neither that she had no intentions of ever going back home. He didn't know he was going to be left there with all that rent to catch up himself, where she had just begged him to fucking move back in there to help her get caught up. He moves in there to help her get caught up on the 2 months that she's behind. She turns around, says, fuck you, comes down here, never fucking goes back. And now we're at 4 months where the rent hasn't fucking been paid.
Wow.
So there's Devin she fucked over. There's Taryn she fucked over. There's Daniel she fucked over. She's only got 5 kids. The oldest one don't fuck with her at all. So there's 4 kids, bitch, out of your 5 that just here recently you've done some real nasty foul shit to, while you want to put text messages out there about a fucking argument between one of my children and me, because that's all she's got. I don't have a bad relationship with none of my other kids, just that one. I got 6 kids and 1 kid that I'm at odds with. She's got 5 kids and 1 kid she's not at odds with.
Well, and you said the one that you, there's always been issues. You and that child love each other, and you will love each other forever. And next week she won't feel this way.
Them kids.
Right, but she won't. She may not feel this way about you next week.
If you're going to come at me directly, and not stay in a child's place, I'm gonna fire back.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got online. Somebody sent me a link where she said that I had azo in my medicine cabinet. I do, and so the fuck what? Who told you that your urinary tract is connected to your pussy?
Well, apparently it is, because that's why she named me Stinkbox,
But-
because I
but-
might have had a UTI.
But this is also a kid just had a miscarriage from a dude that she wasn't even sure if it was the father of the baby. Comes down here with my daughter to Serena.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I was like,
We
hold on,
don't need
wrap
that.
up that one. But she doesn't know. Nobody can hear.
She don't know. We can't that we can't stand by that.
Let me see what's going on.
Nightstand. But you
Arabia.
Arabia, abort, stop, abort.
over me.
Okay,
No,
we can't do that. Let's say
we muted you, girl. We can't do that.
Positively right, but look, they're all like, she's muted. Unmute her.
No.
They will try.
I'm telling you, and this
I
is
know.
why I tried to tell her. Who do you think you're threatening to have a bond revoked on?
Right,
Because we're having an argument. Like, why would you do that?
right.
Why would you do that to me? And you know I know all of these things. But she took that as a threat and ran down to not one, but two different county attorney's offices. Arabia Lacatie's Billy Foot is going to whoop my ass. I need emergency protective orders.
But she
And we
didn't
only
say
did
that.
that. We only did that, Arabia, to like, you know,
doesn't.
we know how these motherfuckers are, and no, we will not let that
Yeah.
happen. You
But
know what I'm
listen.
saying? So we try to look out for you, girl.
But listen, okay,
Look
she's like,
out for you.
we love you to death. It was like, we're just looking out for you. And I know you're like, now answer me this though. Answer
Oh,
me
Arabia
this.
is just like, fuck this bitch. I'm telling it all,
I'm
motherfucker.
telling you, I truly am the type of person that when I'm done with you, I'm done.
Yeah. And
When
she
you
knows
Right.
that.
The minute you threatened to revoke my bond,
Yeah.
and you knew I had a 6-year-old kid in here, and you knew that I had been locked up on that warrant for some shit I didn't do
Mm-hmm.
because
Well.
another bitch like you ran down there and told a lie.
Yeah.
Well, obviously
It
she
was
don't give a
my
fuck about
6-year-old
children.
kid. Right. And I never, ever, ever, I mean, that right there, that's when I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck how long I've known you. If you would do something like that to me and fuck my 6-year-old child around, bitch, get the fuck away from me. And you mean nothing to me from that moment.
Exactly.
That is the bottom line. That is the absolute bottom line of the whole matter. And I don't know why Sam went so ape shit, because all of the fallout from that was only for you saying, give me a few days. I'm mad. Give me a few days. And
Yeah.
she couldn't.
And
And
the
she
thing
could-
about
right on
it
and
is
on and on.
maybe she did not know this because maybe her and her other daughter, who she claims to be in, good standings with, maybe they really weren't talking at that time. The reason I told her, quit fucking leave me alone about this goddamn dog, Taryn was supposed to come down here that Monday and get the dog.
Yeah.
It was already worked out.
Right.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
is,
There was no
I'm
there was no
completely
reason-
shocked.
there was
I
no
cannot
reason.
believe.
Right, Savage? I mean, I knew she
Arabia,
was a
I am
hot mess.
serious. I had no idea
have
that
idea.
extent, and
Yeah.
the persona she has put on YouTube is that she is the number one grandmother. She's
I'm
the
trying
number
to
one
tell y'all
mother.
that's not the fucking truth. It's not.
She had
not.
Mandy made her some damn box thing. I don't know what it's called. What
she's
is it?
seen them. I asked Arabia
Because-
if she's seen them.
She was sitting
And I
there
just
thinking
want
she
y'all
was
to
grandma of the
know-
year.
I just want y'all to know those are not the only text messages
Right.
that I have. There's a whole fucking lot more that goes into more detail about why this girl does not want her mother around her fucking son,
Right.
why it's in her best interest to separate herself from her mother and her fucking bullshit. And
That's sad.
I mean, I'm telling y'all have no idea who this
So-
bitch really is.
So those toothless channel creators on that raggedy old porch, why don't you raise money to help her son keep his house?
Yeah,
That would be a
exactly.
good- Quit raising money for Telfer because it's not going there. Why don't you raise money and he can stay where he's living? With
And
his
then,
baby?
she went straight to fucking Twitter. Oh, Arabia called the police and sent them to my house, and my kids. I called the police and
I
sent them
heard
to
it.
your son's house. Yes, the fuck I did. And who's
She the
gonna
one
whoop
who
my
brought
ass
your
for it?
kid in it
Who's gonna
first.
whoop my ass for it? No fucking body.
No, because she
Yeah.
go get
Who's
them
gonna check
EPOs
me
on
about it?
people. Cop
Who's
caller.
gonna check me about it? No fucking body.
Is it even legal to file the same exact civil things in two different states for the same thing when both people are in the
No.
other state?
No,
It's not, right?
It's not.
Like I can't go to
but-
file something here and then go to Oklahoma and file the same thing, right?
But the thing about it is, like, you spent the whole weekend with the police department. You spent all week in and out of county attorney's offices. And
4 months
two
ago, she
different
was fighting
states.
the popo. She was fighting
How
him 4 months
dare
ago.
you? How dare you have a problem with me sending the police to a person who is wanted? How
Arabia.
dare we have a problem
Arabia.
with that?
Answer me this, Arabia. How many times did the cops come to your house in one day?
The
Couple days
cops
ago.
came to my house 3 different times on one day.
In one
Once on
day.
another day, and there were 3 other times that they were called and they would not respond.
And there
She's
you
a badge
go.
bunny. She's a badge bunny.
Damn.
that girl is.
Badge bunny.
And then
for
she-
real.
We didn't know that.
She went to Pirate's house, I think, 3 times.
Twice.
Was
No,
it
I think
twice?
she went twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, twice.
So, we don't have a problem calling the police to be able to have something to stream and upload, but we got a problem when somebody who's wanted by the police gets a knock on the door from the cops.
Uh-huh.
I mean, why? Where's the problem in that? Why? You can't go take a warrant on me, bitch, because that ain't harassment. He's wanted.
Exactly. You were doing your civil duty, honey.
Exactly. And the reason I did it is because somebody sent me a screen recorded live where she had accused me of sending the police to her house. I've never sent the police to her house. So you should have thought about who was wanted by the police before you got on there running your fucking mouth.
Exactly. And send them to your damn house every
We
time you
all
come around.
know. We
I'd
all
be
know.
mad as
No
a
matter
motherfucker.
how. We all know. No matter how low it is, if I did it, I'm gonna own it.
Right.
I did not send the police to Samantha's house.
I
I've
ain't
never
sending
sent
the
the
police to
police to my
nobody's damn
daughter's
house. I'll show my fucking phone record.
She's
Right.
saying recently you did? She's
Yeah,
saying
somebody
recently?
sent me a live stream of her just 2 days ago.
Why did she not stream today?
I don't
I didn't
know.
see her today. What
Let me tell you
happened?
Oh, honey,
Let me tell you
honey. You know
I
what
don't
she's
know.
doing
I
right
don't
now?
keep up with her, bitch.
Arabia, you know what she's doing right now? You know what
What?
she's doing? She's getting ready for her big case tomorrow. She's got her whiteboard and her markers ready, honey.
That's
And
what
And
I
her
said
number
earlier.
2 pencil
And
sharp
yet we were
today.
tallying up what she's done to her kids. I was about to get my flip chart out so we could start
She has
tallying
probably-
who did
She
what
probably
it is.
she probably needs a new print
totally got
print cartridge
Serena.
for a printer because she's probably burnt that motherfucker up tonight printing. She gonna be up all night printing. You dumbass hoe.
Oh my God, Savage, I love you.
She was like a dot matrix.
It's gonna be constant printing. She gonna get calls called on her as ain't no weed smell. This motherfucking that printer going off all goddamn night. Y'all need to fix this shit. I'm tired of hearing it. And
Somebody
she's
on
screaming and
fire.
hollering at the phone.
But
Samantha, you are dumb as hell.
Let me clarify something too. My Grand Theft Auto was dismissed in court yesterday.
Yes, praise
And had
Jesus.
nothing to do with a dog. Had nothing to do with a dog. That's not why she was there.
You know how she kept posting my mugshot and all her little control bitches like, oh, well, she's getting ready to go to jail. Didn't I tell y'all before yesterday? They
Going to jail, she was gonna put money on your books. What the fuck ever.
Didn't I tell y'all before I went to
This
court
bitch is
yesterday that they
crazy.
were going to dismiss that case? Didn't I
See
tell
you-
y'all that?
see you later. Well, and the other thing is you got to keep in mind that when
Oh
you
my
put
God.
people's image up for whatever reason and you try to, like dox their mugshot, dox
I
their
didn't
picture,
even give a fuck
that's
about none of that.
but that's a potential privacy thing if someone reports it. It's a
Let me
privacy
tell you something. Let
and
me
you
tell you
won't be
something.
able to stream.
Samantha can put any picture she's got of me on the internet, and I promise, on my worst day, y'all don't want to see her from shoulder to to fucking toe. Okay.
Oh,
That was
God.
She got up.
her case tomorrow
I
ain't
think
about a
it's
dog either.
funny.
Tomorrow's not about a dog either.
No, it
Oh,
ain't.
I was about
an
she's
emergency
scared.
protective order.
She's
And
super,
they might grant that bitch
super
that emergency
scared.
protective order. That's why I'm telling all this shit now, because I might actually have a gag order come
No,
tomorrow.
not about a dog.
They
No,
might grant that bitch that order. They may grant it. But I have enough
Damn.
evidence to show that she got the order out of spite to shut me up and not because she was scared.
So all
Exactly.
of you that chipped in to help her put her funds together to go get
Evan,
justice for Asher,
I
y'all are
love
about
that.
as dumb as hell. She didn't get anything put into place for that damn dog.
No. She's an
Y'all are
idiot.
dumb.
She has
Diane
scammed
Patchen,
and
you
played
paid all
you
that
off.
money. You paid all that money for nothing.
Exactly. Noodle, where your stinking
I
ass
mean,
at?
hell, but let me tell you something. If Samantha civilly would have knocked on my fucking door, she could have took everything in here that I ever bought for this
Yeah.
dog.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I believe that.
And that's what I want people to understand. This is Samantha's drama. It was never mine.
No. She does.
That she
Arabia don't
was
like drama. She
screaming
really
about
doesn't.
every fucking day. I don't keep up with Samantha. I don't watch her lives. People send me shit, and then my little
Oh,
tweets
yeah.
on Twitter, my tweets on Twitter are in response to things that people send me.
And she's got her
Mhm.
stuff on a disc and a thumb drive, not printing it.
Right? I don't keep up with what she's doing, but I think it's funny. I think it's funny that this woman has nothing to do but to live stream about me every single day.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
I know
funny.
somebody she ain't talking about right now.
I'm high dollar laughing.
I'm gonna laugh all the way to the motherfucking day.
She took those protective orders out on me to shut me up because of
Yeah.
something I said on y'all's panel, or was it
Yep.
your panel or was it Pirates panel?
I
Pirate
think it was
panel.
all. It was
Yeah,
pirate.
yeah. She
Pirate?
took them
Yeah.
fucking orders out on me to shut me the fuck up because she
Mhm.
thought they were going to be immediate orders. They weren't. They were summons to court dates. I'm not
Okay.
under a gag order.
Sam
I
has
could
the dog.
put all kinds of information out
So
there
when
about
she
this
was, when Sam was lobbying to get the dog back to give it to her distraught daughter, she wasn't even speaking to those daughters. Well, not to one of them, who actually
Do
is
y'all
her
want
dog,
to
right?
see the
Isn't it?
text message? Do y'all want to see the message where Taryn said she was going to have to keep the dog in an abandoned apartment? That's why I
Dang.
didn't drive the
Oh
dog.
yeah,
up there
let's
to
see
her.
that one. Diane Noodle lean in.
Because what y'all
Yeah, lean
didn't
in,
know,
motherfucker.
what y'all didn't know, what nobody knew is I offered to drive up there and get that girl, bring her down here to spend a couple days with my daughter, babysit for her because she didn't want her mother keeping her son, and drive her and that baby and the dog back up there. That's what people don't know.
Well, why does she feel not comfortable leaving the grandchild with her?
Because all
Why did-
Samantha does is make them kids take naps. That's all, every
She
hour.
does, Savage. She does.
What?
doesn't she?
Go the fuck to
Remember,
sleep.
she would put Mulan on and make that little girl take a nap 24/7. Do you
Oh my
remember that?
God.
Remember when she said
Yeah.
she's watching Mulan, she needs to go to sleep?
Yeah.
The reason I did not follow through the one time that I said that I would take the dog up there and go get Taryn and take her back, I was going to make that drive twice. The reason I didn't is because Taryn said she was going to have to keep the dog in a fucking empty apartment because she didn't want the dog pissing in her house. That's why Arabia didn't go up there. So the whole time Samantha was running her mouth about, why should my daughter have to drive down here?
God.
Why can't Arabia just take the dog? Arabia offered to go up there and make the drive twice, bitch.
Oh my God. This
Savage,
is sick.
say she's
Hold
a
on, I
dumb
want to tell
hoe.
you something real fast.
She's a dumb hoe. She is a fucking dumb ass
I
hoe.
want y'all to, I
She
want y'all
is
to,
a terrible mother, a terrible
is Taryn.
grandmother, and a
This-
terrible fucking human being. I can't believe I even spent 1 ounce of my fucking energy getting to know you, you raggedy fucking dusty bitch.
look at all this shit. Look at all this shit that Karen's got to say about her mom. Y'all see how long that fucking text thread is?
Wow.
Oh my
Talk
God.
about her fucking mama. Okay. Hold on. I'll get to the part. Oh, so she wants
I
to talk
am
about
shocked.
having our kids put in jail. Lying bitch. I ain't never.
Hold on. Sorry.
Right
What?
here, Taryn's
Ugh.
reminding me about how her mother had her locked up one time.
What?
Yeah, I was down there. I cussed the police out for taking Taryn to jail. I bet the bitch, if she's got any truth in her at all, she'll tell you. I was
Can you?
fuck off.
Baby, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what's gonna happen now, right? She's
Huh?
gonna get Taryn. I'm going to tell you what this is gonna play out. She's gonna go and get Taryn to come up there on live stream like she did with the other daughter.
Taryn is not
She's gonna get up there and say,
She
"My
will
mama
defend
did
her
none of
mother.
that. My mama did none of that." You know what I'm saying? I'm
No,
just saying,
y'all-
be prepared. That's how she works.
If it's a lie, that's who told it because y'all seen the messages. But Taryn knows all this is going on. Taryn don't want in the middle of this shit.
Yeah,
because
she's never
Taryn
wanted in.
actually has a baby to raise. Taryn's actually, got a life outside whatever her mother does on the
And
internet.
Taryn didn't. When Taryn, she would have to cut the live stream when Taryn would come in because Taryn didn't want no part of that drama in the house.
But I mean, the most she could get from Taryn is for Taryn to maybe talk shit about me because of what I did to her mother.
Yeah.
Because even my daughter, she wouldn't let nobody else talk about me the way she's letting Sam do it. Because,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, 30 years.
Right.
Sam might as well be her other fucking parent.
Right.
You know
Oh
what I mean?
God.
But you let
Right.
any other bitch get on this motherfucker and run their mouth about me. Even in that
That's
situation,
exactly.
as bad as Serena talks about me, she's not getting ready to let nobody else do it. So
Right.
the most she might get from Taryn is Taryn might get on there and talk shit about me with her mama, but her daughter's not going to deny the shit that she's done to her.
Right.
That's
Damn.
what Taryn will not do. Taryn is
Right.
not going to get up here and say that her mother never did the things that clearly I just fucking read to y'all that she did.
Right.
Because
Well,
that's
I'm
part of the
still
reason
daggone
Taryn don't
devastated
fuck
that
with
she
her
sat
mama.
there and let her youngins get beat when they were little. I'm still shocked. I can't believe I can't do that. Oh my God.
Her oldest daughter took the brunt of all the abuse.
Yeah.
Big
That's what
Harold.
you were saying.
That's why her daughter don't fuck with her.
Yep.
Her daughter moved away the day she became old enough to leave the state and ain't never been back. And won't even let her mother come there to visit her. She'll talk to her on the phone. She'll communicate with her sisters every once in a while. But 8
I
years.
feel bad for
8
that
years.
girl.
8 years.
Yeah.
She's never fucking
Damn.
been back. I know of twice that Samantha tried to go visit her. Her daughter wasn't having it.
But you said when they finally split up, there was no big throwdown. There was no big. I mean, there was definitely, obviously, abuse.
When they finally split up, I mean, he just peacefully, quietly one day just fucking moved out.
Damn.
There was no fighting. And for that to be such a volatile relationship, the way that it ended all peacefully, And then somebody sent me something saying, well, Samantha said that, she ain't lived as husband and wife with him in X amount of, bitch, you ain't never divorced him.
Nope. She dragged
That's
Mandy.
bottom line
She
here.
still drags Mandy for this
She
bullshit.
still
why?
drags me for it.
And you still married.
You know why she hasn't divorced him? Because Samantha thinks that if the man croaks, she's going to get all this fucking money because she's still married to it. Money from where?
Mhm.
He never held a stable job. He don't have a fucking 401. He wasn't a railroad worker. He don't get black lung. There is no benefit. So why are you still married?
Right.
He got a disability back pay. I remember when it finally came through, and she went begging for it as soon as he got it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Anytime someone's got money, you can rest assured she'll come a sniffing.
All I gotta say is, hey, Telfer, your fucking laundry is out there in the street right now. We are kicking it around, bitch.
What I meant when who do you think you're talking to? But she went to the courthouse and said that I said that in a threat directly to her, as in, like I'm demanding respect. No, I'm trying to get you to realize what you're threatening to do to me and who I am, because I hold all your deepest, darkest fucking secrets.
And that's not going to get a protective order. I
Right.
can tell you that. It's
Well, I
not.
did tell her I was going to beat her ass. I did tell her that.
You
And I said a few other things that she went down there and told her.
What's she so scared of? She's big bad Samantha up here. What's she so
and
fucking
she didn't
scared
tell
of?
anybody. She didn't tell anybody that's what she was talking about, the dog. having
Hell
a
no.
power party
And
for a
She
dog.
wanted
No,
to
you
sit up
didn't.
here and try to say I got criminal charges on her about my dog. No,
No,
bitch, you
no,
went and
no.
got a
There are no
scaredy restraining
there's no
order
criminal shit. She filed.
because you about to get your ass beat.
Savage, how many times did she tell us there is
Hold on,
one
yeah,
person
hold
I would not cross, and that's Billy? She called her Billy.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
exactly.
Like,
All right.
she will whoop my ass. She remember when she would say that? She
Maybe
was
she
like
needs her
that.
ass
girl-
beat.
She said,
I'll
"There's
tell
not
you one
many people
thing. If
I'm
I was,
scared of."
I ain't even
Right?
saying that. Right. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
and
hope
there's-
where you swords at? Where the motherfucking swords at? That's what I want to know. Where are you bitches at? Come on in. Come
the,
on in.
Let me show you.
the other thing. Oh, there it is.
What does that say? Hold on.
Protective order summons.
Mm-hmm. Scaredy cat order. That's a pussy order. That's what that is.
This is the
You
one.
ain't about shit. You think, and you claim to be from the hood, and you so big and bad, and you go get a fucking restraining order. You whack ass hoe.
You reckon?
She is whack as shit.
This is from Kentucky. This one is from Indiana. Hold on. Let me see.
You ought to just go on and be a fucking ostrich and put your head in the sand, Sam.
Yeah,
'Cause
you've been.
You ain't worth shit, man. Anybody supports you
Nobody's
after
gonna be-
this, especially what you had done to your children. If they support you after this, they are some low life fucking mothers out there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why does she lie?
I know. Go live, bitch. You go live any other time.
Why aren't you live?
Order
Look.
of protection from Indiana. Order of protection from.
She's muting her. She's holding over the mic.
Scaredy ass cat. You scared ass, whack ass hoe. God, she's whack.
That's the only thing that the courts have issued. The criminal charges that she tried to file on me over here, no, ma'am. My county attorney ain't going for that shit because the chief of police got down there. I told the fucking bitch
We froze
that it was
up.
bullshit. And
Are
so,
y'all froze?
I think all her channels are struck. I might be wrong, but I think they're all struck and she can't go live. But maybe the porch will go. You want in on this there, porch? You gonna get in on this
Yeah.
to go live for?
girl, I don't follow
No, not you.
Samantha
I'm
around,
talking-
and I don't go in places where all her goddamn trolls are either. Because I'm telling you, let me tell you something. When I cuss a motherfucker out, I cuss them the fuck out.
Savage
Don't want my
too.
mouth. They really don't.
Honey, you ain't even got to trust me. They so damn slow, you'll fall asleep when they start talking, especially with that toothless ass, raggedy ass, toad looking ass, Ricky.
Nope, they're not. Not yet. Are
There ain't nobody
carry
gonna
it
go
forward?
live. You know why? Because everything's the truth is coming out. Nobody will fucking go live because they scared of that fucking big ass,
Let's
wide
see if-
ass, dump truck looking bitch ass.
Let's
Hey.
see if the YouTube.
Hey,
under-
hey,
no,
hey,
I'm saying, will they go
Hey,
live
you
for
know,
her? Hold on.
she looks like a McDonald's wind-up toy from the back when you see her.
You saw
Oh, that's why I
Godwin
shared
from the
that
back.
picture. When you
Yep.
said that on Twitter, I was like, let me give Arabia something to laugh at. Here you go, honey.
Was that really her?
Yes, that was her.
Oh my
Her
god.
fat ass got up in that front of that camera one morning and everybody snapped that shot. You big ass, waist of fucking penguin ass, stick leg hoe. You make me sick. Somebody need to drag you out by the hair of your head and beat the hell out of you just for the fun of it. And then run over your fucking ass with a dump truck. Put skid marks on your motherfucking cheeks, bitch. You can't do a goddamn thing to me. I'm in North Carolina. Come see me anytime, any day. You got my address. You showed the world, remember? So come see me if you bout it, bitch. Because evidently you ain't. You ain't nothing but a motherfucking cop caller. You pussy ass, whack ass.
Oh,
hoe.
and I want to mention something else because they might actually grant her these protective orders. So after tomorrow, I might not be able to talk about the bitch no more. But I'm gonna show y'all something.
You better hope they do, Telfer.
Mm-hmm.
That sex tape that she claims don't exist. That sex tape she claims don't exist. Why does she mention it in this fucking EPO?
Exactly. If it don't exist, you idiots, you over there throwing swords, looking like a bunch of fucking retarded dick faces.
Savage makes me laugh. Even if the subject isn't funny, she makes me laugh. Thank
The
God she
white
has
boy
her
needs to be
camera
going
on.
up in flames, Donnie West. She might as well go on and put that out there in the fucking burn barrel, bucket,
Okay,
whatever the
listen to this.
fuck.
Y'all listen, just so y'all can see that I'm actually reading the complaint, okay? It's got other people's names.
Near Raleigh, Susan.
Billy Fulton offered money for information on a sex tape filmed of myself without my consent on the internet. This offer was
We can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me now?
Now,
Yeah, we can
Go
hear
ahead
you.
and start
Yeah.
again.
Okay, I can't show y'all this because it's got 3 other people's names on it from the internet.
Yeah. All of
and
our, my damn address. I don't give a fuck. They know my address.
The sex tape that don't exist. The sex tape that don't exist. Billy Fulton offered money to these people for information. Oh, no. These people offered money to Billy Fulton for information on an alleged sex tape filmed of myself without my consent. Let me cover up this name so y'all. Hold on. Y'all, I can't even see my own goddamn camera. Y'all read that. She was filmed without her consent.
That's her writing, right?
This is her writing. This is the EPO that she's asking for protection from. What are the things that she's asking for protection from?
So she's saying a sex tape that was filmed without her consent, but it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
This is her complaint that she took out on me. Where she needs emergency. Let me show y'all how much shit this bitch went down there and told them. First of all,
hold up. First of all, ain't nobody offered no money for no.
I don't want to
tape.
see it.
The stream is still up. Y'all can go watch it on Pirate Calypso. No one offered
look at all these
Arabia money for that.
Look at all these pages of shit she went down there and told them.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God. Are
2
you
page,
obsessive?
3 page, 4 page,
Damn.
5 page, 6 page, 7 page, last page.
That's
bullshit.
dedication.
Y'all see the date it was filed?
August the 20th.
Okay.
The day after. The day after we did our live stream.
How were you filmed without your consent in a tape that you say don't exist?
Exactly.
Thank you. And nobody.
If it didn't exist, why do you need to go file an emergency protective order on a bunch of bullshit and put that of all things in it if that isn't real?
How you like that, bitch? Every dog has its day, honey. Every dog has its day.
No one around these parts want to see that. Not hide nor hair of it.
But y'all read the complaint. Y'all read it yourself.
I think that was summing. I really think that was summing up for Bucktooth Becky. Hey, y'all, to lean the fuck in. Did you just hear that shit, bitch?
Filmed without my consent. An alleged sex tape that was filmed without my consent. Y'all read it? That's what the bitch went down there and told them. That's what
she wrote it.
She's asking for protection on an emergency basis and a fucking gag order on me for.
Hey, does she have her signature on that paper?
Yeah.
Show her signature for all them motherfuckers that are lurking in the bushes right now. Swords, where you at? Cut them bushes down and let us see you. That's her right there.
Filed 820.
Fucking whore.
S. Dowd.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? 8 or 9 pages worth of bullshit this bitch went down there and told them. But the sex I just wanted y'all to see. She's called me a liar for how long? How long?
A couple weeks.
You were filmed without your consent, is what you said in this fucking emergency protective order that you're asking for when we go to court on the 16th of September.
Oh
Along
shit.
with you're supposed to be so scared to death of me because of all the other bullshit you put in there. Okay?
Exactly.
But every day you get on live and you literally stream about me. If you were truly scared of somebody, wouldn't the internet, especially in a platform on social media where you know that you have mutual people at, wouldn't that be the last place you go to try to intimidate
Hell
the
yeah.
scared to death of?
Hell yeah.
Right,
I would
yeah.
if I was scared to death and fear of my life about somebody, I wouldn't mention their fucking
Santa.
name.
Well,
Santa
they
said, nope,
deny.
don't want to see it.
That's
Look,
just common fucking sense. It's like she got up there the next day, she tried to shut you up, and then she got up there and taunted you and
But
somebody
like
else.
I told you, that shit don't bother me. It's funny to me. It don't bother me though. It don't trigger me.
Mm-mm.
It don't. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if they give her these emergency protective orders. But when she went down there and filed them, she thought she was going to get them on an emergency basis, but she didn't. They
No.
scheduled court dates. They scheduled court dates to see if the judge felt that they needed to give her one.
Yeah.
Oh, let me show you. Bitch went down there and told them. So nobody can call me a liar about this. She told them we were in an intimate relationship. Y'all see that X right there? The
Oh,
respondent.
but I thought she was Yaba's girlfriend.
Y'all see that?
Move it a little closer.
Wow. That's called perjury.
There you go.
Respondent
Yep,
and I
right there.
resided together in an intimate relationship.
Yep, there it is. Screenshot that, sword people.
See that?
Y'all out there playing imaginary Dungeon and Dragon shit. Where your swords at now, hoes?
Look, this is what she's saying. She's
Y'all
been a
looking
victim
stupid as fuck. Noodle, where are you?
She says she's been a victim of stalking and a victim of repeated acts of harassment. When?
What? In 5 hours?
Where?
In 5 hours, Arabia? In 5
No mention
hours?
of a dog. What about the dog? I thought the dog was what the whole thing was
Damn,
about.
that was a whole lot of stalking and harassing we must have done in 5 hours.
The dog is mentioned where she says that on one of them she says she wants $1,500 back and $3,000 worth of
Has she lost her fucking mind?
For the
my
dog?
house. You lived in my house.
For a dog that's 5 years old?
Oh, because she's suing you like it was a relationship. So she's asking for like basically partner support. That's what she's asking for.
She
Are
said
you
on this-
Yeah.
freaking kidding
She
me?
said
Yeah.
on this one too, we were fucking.
Come back. I can't hear you.
I
Is
said,
this bitch retarded?
I'm telling y'all, she is. She is, yes. Now this
What
was
the fuck
filed
is
on-
wrong with her brain, dude? She
Look.
needs to put the weed now.
This was filed on the 21st. Okay? This was filed the day after that one.
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
Hey, Tammy.
She says here that we were intimate too.
Oh my God. Bitch, you are a liar. You are a demon from hell.
I mean, does she not think that Arabia's not going to blow that out of the water and say, look, here's her girlfriend, who was her girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, there's plenty of evidence out there. You could probably
Right.
get the fucking. Wasn't it July 18th? They fucked for the first time, and she was still. I mean, and y'all still in an intimate relationship? Okay,
Ooh.
whatever.
Ooh, I've never. That's
No,
not-
no, no.
Yaba and
Yaba.
her.
Oh, hold on.
She said, who? Me? No. That scared her.
Mandy, I cannot believe this shit, dude.
I can't either.
I would have never freaking guessed that bitch was like that for real,
No.
dude.
I
I'm
wouldn't
shocked.
either.
I would have never, ever befriended this hoe. Ever.
Yeah.
To know what she put, I mean, just for the simple fact, Mandy, what she put her children through. And she's
Okay.
continuing to do.
Oh, and there's another thing. Remember that whole thing about why did I sit in my truck for that 4-hour live? Because I had the dog in the house and I was lying about it. First of all, bitch,
I'm gonna
No.
mute and go potty. Hold on.
no. I was outside because I had 3 of my kids in here.
Right.
Jameer was in here, my 16-year-old daughter was in here, and my 13-year-old son was in here.
Right.
But even if the dog would have been in here, I don't have to hide that dog from you because the chief of police already told me I didn't have to fucking give it back to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Even
yeah.
if the dog was in here, so the fuck what?
Yeah.
But that's
who
not why I
cares?
sat outside. I sat outside because I had 3 fucking kids in this house.
You had 3 teenagers in there making a bunch of noise, and you needed to be a quiet place.
And
Who
I was
the
half
fuck
drunk.
cares, Samantha? You're picking. This is the same bitch that sits there and looks for stuff behind you to pick at. This is this
And-
kind of bitch.
And I was half drunk that night, truth be told.
Oh well.
'Cause
You
I'm a
at
wino.
home? You on driving?
Right.
So
But-
what?
I'm a wino. And it's my business.
Oh,
That's
ain't you
what's right with
grown?
my spirit. So,
There ain't nothing wrong with you having some wine when everybody's asleep.
right.
So
I
the
drink in
fuck
front of my
what?
kids.
They
But I'm
call
not
me a
an
fucking
alcoholic.
drunk all the time, Arabia. They call me a fucking drunk. They call me some kind of whores. I mean, you wouldn't even believe it, girl.
But
You
Right,
see how
Tammy, I
busy I
agree.
am. You see how busy I am because I don't type. You know what I'm saying?
Tammy, she didn't get all that money from her daughter. She ultimately ended up setting the account up so that her daughter could have access to her own money. Her
Hey,
plan,
Tammy.
her plan initially was to take her daughter's unemployment money. But it didn't work out like that because her daughter ended up with possession of the card that the money was coming on.
Hey, Tammy Lynn Olsen. That's my girl.
I'm just looking through to see if there's how many questions we are that we can get answered before. Yeah, y'all can type questions and if you want. And
I mean, there's a whole lot more. There's a whole fucking lot more.
right.
But
Well, you know what, Arabia, I think you need to do? I think you need to get your PayPal set up, honey. Because you need to be tipped for this tea, honey. You need
And
to be
that's what we
tipped
told her.
for this tea.
And she's gonna start.
I'm not even
spamming.
kidding. You don't understand how many haters that motherfucker's got, dude. And to finally find out that she is a fucking piece of fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I think I said on my page the other day, I actually know a lot about the people, about her sword swinging and throwing fucking renegades too. And if one
Mhm.
more of them troll bitches come to my page and say anything, I'm telling everything I know about everybody.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
Yeah, y'all
Oh,
need to
that
go on.
reminds
We're gonna set Arabia's PayPal up tonight, I hope. But I mean, will
Yeah.
you help her with that, please?
I will.
And
I'm just gonna
how about
say
this? We'll have court talk tomorrow on Arabia's channel. How about that?
Yeah. I'm gonna make
Unless
one
she can't
comment.
say anything.
Well, that's why and again, you know, the bitch wants me under a gag order. She's not scared of me. She knows that tape exists. She
Exactly.
knows it exists. And I'm gonna show y'all something else.
Girl, I'll promote the hell out of your channel. To get back at that heifer? Oh, hell yes. For me, Mandy, and Pirate,
and
it would
let
be
me
all in
tell
their
you-
names.
Let me tell you how ironic it is that I came across this number. So one day I went to the library to go print off a bunch of shit,
Mhm.
and I couldn't get into my email. So I thought, well, you know, maybe I forgot my email fucking password. So I go to my other email account. Well, I couldn't get into that one either. So there's an option where you can press something where it'll show you the phone number that it's connected to. The bitch jacked my emails.
What?
I'm gonna show y'all.
And she's
Check-
gonna
see,
show
she
this
done
in
had-
court too.
Look, hey, let me ask you something, Arabia. When she was getting you on the YouTube and all, and said you were gonna have your own channel, she said, "Well, I'll do that for you," didn't she? I
She
set
gave
it
her a
all-
channel.
She'll set it
gave her a
all
channel.
up for you, didn't she, boo? So she could take that motherfucker when she chose.
Mm-hmm.
She is a scandalous, conning ass bitch. That's why your mom and daddy didn't want you. Your real mom
me
and
show
daddy
y'all
didn't want you, and your adopted parents gave you the fuck away. You scandalous
Y'all see
bitch.
that 270
Demon
number?
seed from hell.
Y'all see that 270 number? That's
You
the
are a
number.
demon seed. You don't even deserve to breathe, bitch.
Yeah,
That
we
was
can.
the number That was the number that both of my emails were linked to. Here's my other email. Both of those numbers had been, hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, here it is. Now, y'all see when it was sending me the messages to 4844, because that's my number.
Mhm.
Right.
I wasn't getting the messages because they had been forwarded to this number right here, this 270 number. So when I was trying to reset both of my passwords on my email,
She was getting it too. And
Hold
doing it
on, hold on.
herself.
well, but let me tell you about this.
What you
So-
want baby to be quiet for, Sam?
Do you? Right. So you guys remember when she was here, she went and bought a second phone with a 270 area code, right? So I got to thinking, this bitch jacked my emails, and I actually started laughing about it because that is something Samantha's stupid petty ass will do.
Oh
But
my
I
God,
went
you are.
Let me show
Bitch.
y'all something though.
That
I
bitch
went-
can't even raise her head. If she
Look,
raises
look,
her
look.
head, she's a laughing stock.
Look. I went back through all of my text. Y'all see that 270 number right there?
Uh-huh.
That's the second phone that she bought when she was here. I
I
forgot
got
I had
two phones.
Look, I forgot I had text threads from that number.
She
I
has
went
a
in there,
backbone.
But her fucking jacking my email and me seeing the 270 number when I was trying to recover my passwords is what made me remember that bitch has a 270 number too. So I went and scrolled all the way through my text threads.
Everybody sub to Arabia, please. Our link is in the chat.
Look. Now, hold on. I'm going to cover this number up. I'm going to cover this number up. But I want to show y'all something. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay, this.
I'm afraid of what the hell I'm going to see. My damn mind is completely blowed. I'm mind blown.
Well, fuck it. Look, we're just going to do this, okay? Hold on. It's a phone number that I'm trying to cover up. And there's a reason I'm trying to cover it up. Okay, this is the text thread between me and Samantha from that 270 number.
Right.
Guess whose phone number was in that text thread on my phone that her jacking my emails made me remember I had?
Hers.
Right.
Sex tape, dude.
Oh my God. Bitch, you are a professional con artist.
I had his number the whole time in my phone and never fucking knew it. Never
Don't you know
remembered.
that? Hey, ho. Lean
Her-
in, Samantha. You want to write 10 commandments? You need to follow what the damn 10 commandments are. Thou shalt not steal, you stank ass bitch.
her hacking my emails and me seeing the 270 phone number is what made me remember that dude's number is in my text thread between me and her on her 270.
Oh. Okay.
So Arabia found the dude's phone number, and guess who Arabia's had a conversation with?
Uh-oh.
And guess who's already called him? And guess who? He recorded that too, bitch.
Who?
Recorded the
lost.
sex tape.
Oh.
When Arabia says that something, let me tell you something, as nasty and fucking grimy as I can get, one thing I don't have to do is lie on a motherfucker.
Right.
I don't have to. She has tried to do everything she can do. All of this started over lies that she told. Okay,
Right.
every bit of it. From her coming here, why she was here, how long she was going to stay, the dog, everything. Every bit of this started because of lies that she fucking told and
Yeah.
couldn't tell the goddamn truth about.
As I always say, your lies will catch up
I
with you
can
one
ruin
day.
her life with the truth.
Exactly.
She has gone to the extremes of going to 2 different states, 2 different prosecutors, 2 different county clerks, telling every lie she can tell on me. And my life has not changed at all, even with all the lies that she's told. You know why she's got to lie? Because she ain't got no truth about Arabia. Because if
Damn.
Arabia did it, Arabia's gonna say she fucking did it. Did Arabia
Right.
send the police to her son's house today because he had a warrant? I sure the fuck did. And ain't nobody gonna do a goddamn thing to me about it. You can't go file a charge on that bitch because he's wanted.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
she's
what
the
are you
one
gonna-
who
what are you
brought
gonna do
your
about it?
kid in it
What are you
first.
gonna do about it? Not a fucking thing. Not a goddamn thing.
Nope.
Nothing. Because eventually, what's gonna happen? She's gonna run out of lies to go down here and tell these prosecutors, and they're gonna let her file her complaints, but they're gonna throw them in the garbage because once
yeah.
they know that you're a liar, they
Oh, yeah.
usually do not pay too much attention to anything you say after that. So
Exactly.
you're not going to be able to keep running to this courthouse.
No.
You can't beat my ass.
Nope.
What you going to do to shut me up? Absolutely nothing.
She can't do nothing.
What I'm saying is the goddamn truth. There is a sex tape out there with her. She admitted in one of these fucking emergency protective orders that it was filmed without her consent. Y'all seen it. She said it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you literally have spent a whole week with the police, taking the police from house to house throughout states, 2 different states. She has been in contact with 3 different police departments, okay? The one in Scottsburg where she lives, the Louisville Metro, and Meade County.
Right.
You went to 3 different police departments, but you are mad that somebody sent the police to your son's door to knock on it because he's wanted.
Exactly.
And you know what? If he answered the door, that's between him and his own goddamn common sense. If he didn't answer the door, they're going to keep going out there every day till he does. And there's nothing you can do to me about that. Absolutely nothing. And I'm telling you, I did it. And I'm telling you, I'm going to keep doing it until his little highlighted W for his arrest warrant doesn't show up anymore on my case.
Right. She's the one who brought the children in it.
She's the one that brought the police.
Always.
Right.
Apparently yesterday when she sent her trolls over yesterday, I didn't see it, but I heard about it. She was typing they were typing horrible stuff about my son. And that's an earmark of her. That's what she goes for. And it's like,
that's what
you
I'm
have done that.
Samantha thinks that she is exempt from the shit that she does to other people.
Right. And it's like,
you're not, because even if they do put me under a gag order tomorrow, this fucking stream right here shows your handwriting with your signature saying that you did a sex tape that was filmed without your consent.
Your consent.
So everything you've done to try to shut that the fuck up, what'd you accomplish?
Nothing.
Because I was never
outing herself. Outing herself.
Gonna put it on the internet because I'm never gonna get myself in that kind of trouble.
Hell no, that's federal charges right there, honey. We ain't going to jail for your skunk ass.
I don't ever have to get myself in that kind of trouble to prove a point to no fucking body. She's that irrelevant.
Nobody wants to see it anyway, Lord.
But
no.
Since it's such a lie, that's why I wanted to show y'all in her own handwriting with her signature, dated and everything. She said the sex tape was videoed of her without her consent.
Right. That's admitting. That is true. That is right there admitting that it exists. Straight up.
Because if and no matter how she tries to twist and turn it, if it really truly never existed, why did you need to go to court anyway?
Mm-hmm.
If it really and truly never existed and nobody could ever prove that that was you on any fucking video that I might have been stupid enough to put out there, what are you worried about?
Yeah.
What are you worried about?
Well, there ain't nothing else. There's nothing else she wrote out. She didn't say, okay, Arabia's doing this to me. Arabia's doing that to me. It's all about that sex tape.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She got 9 pages of shit that she claims that I've done. The sex tape is just one of the things.
Oh.
9 pages of stuff
I
that
counted them all to y'all.
I know, but I mean, that's what all the...
Oh, my God.
I counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My bad.
And the first page she started. And And that was the one she filed that has a court date later in September, right? Or is that for
Right.
tomorrow's?
No, the one for tomorrow.
Okay. She's covering her microphone again.
Who, me?
And this is about
Oh, I thought you were
ridiculous. 'Cause
talking.
doesn't this interfere with your whole day? You gotta waste time, lose money on your job to go deal with this fucking bullshit.
Y'all see this bitch wants $3,000
She wants
for expense. Bitch, you need to give me $3,000.
On a 5-year-old dog? Are you fucking kidding me?
She wants Savage. She wants $1,500 for the dog. She wants $3,000
Oh!
for shelter costs. Costs.
Shelter?
You lived in my house, bitch.
Oh my god, shelter. What does that mean, shelter cost?
In other words, she wants me to be responsible for her living expenses while she was in my house.
Bitch, that don't even make sense. You in her house, dumbass. Well, you should have been paying her bills.
You gotta remember, Savage, these types of restraining orders are for couples.
Y'all ain't even a damn couple.
We're a couple.
So it should, just right from the jump right there, it should be
I've never
thrown the
touched
fuck
that
out.
bitch. I've never been intimate with that motherfucker at all. Never thought about it. Never would think about it.
Oh my
And I
god.
think I made that quite clear with all my fucking tweets about that shit yesterday.
Yeah.
Exactly. Looking
Let's
like a
talk
damn
about
dump truck.
Sparrow. Sparrow, are you still here, buddy? Where's my Sparrow? I don't see her.
I can't
She was in
believe
here
this
earlier.
shit. This is the most grimiest bitch I've ever fucking heard about, dude.
She has, Jana. I'm telling you.
Tell
And
her,
let
you
me
know
tell
what?
y'all- Let me tell
Even
y'all
Hoghead
why.
ain't even this low.
And let me tell y'all why she. And everybody wants to say, well, I'm the bad friend. I'm the one who turned and rolled on her, and I'm the snake. No. When that bitch told me she'd have my bond revoked,
Okay,
That's fucked
Karen.
up.
couldn't even argue with me without bringing her relationship into it. She is under the assumptions that that's what I'm trying to ruin. No. I don't care about your relationship. I wanted you out of my
Mm-mm.
house. I was
No
ready.
one gives
and
a
I-
fuck
and I
about
think I've given
two
y'all plenty of evidence.
sows fucking
Show. why
licking and laughing. Don't nobody give a fuck.
Right. But she don't want this relationship ruined because I'm telling y'all, she's not the type of person that can be here by herself. And she
Yeah.
cannot ever come back here. She cannot go home. So
Yeah.
if she loses Yaba, she's already crossed me. She's fucked all her kids around. Gee,
Damn.
Samantha. Like, she literally at this point depends on this relationship to stay intact. That is why that bitch lied about that sex tape.
Exactly.
She don't want Yaba to know. She don't want Yaba to know that it happened while she was here, because remember, the whole time she was here, her and Yaba were talking and dating. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Okay, Karen.
You get what I'm saying?
Damn.
I get what
Damn,
you're
damn.
saying.
My problem with her was never her relationship. That's why she went to the extremes that she went to
Who
try
in
to
the
make me
fuck?
shut up.
The damn buck tooth mucking corky over
That's-
there ain't no
that's
motherfucking beauty
why.
queen. She's
No.
a fat cheek chipmunk looking motherfucking bitch.
But Arabia
I
had a
wouldn't
good
fuck
point.
her out, when I was 2 she's in the wind.
But she has
Fuck
Arabia had
no.
a point. She's got a shtick that's working. She right, Arabia? She needed watch hours. She needed to find a way to do it, and she thought she'd snag some of hers by incorporating herself.
No, she just wanted to work herself back up into. Now this part came from my daughter.
That motherfucker.
They weren't talking
Oh my
shit
God.
about
You think
me.
you got a beauty queen over there? Motherfucker,
Right,
you got Mr. Ed. Let me feed her an apple. Fucking bitch.
Savage, I can't stand you.
She's 70 feet or an apple.
Now,
I've had it with them two motherfuckers. They think they're. She thinks she got a winner. She got a 10 over there. Oh, big hair over there. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. You ain't no fucking body. You a wannabe Katie. That's what the fuck you are. You think you moved in her slot, bitch? Go take a damn seat and go pick on some more fat bitches. And you the one who look like you weigh 350 yourself. You raggedy ass bitch. Come fuck with me. I'll serve you every goddamn day. from your head to your fucking toe, ho. How about that?
But no, the reason she wanted me to shut up about that sex tape. Look, the reason she wanted me to shut up so fast about that sex tape now is because
Arabia just like, okay, and let's do this.
it was
Cut
done
me off.
while she was here. It was done while she was here.
Mhm.
It was done the whole time she was telling Yaba that she hadn't been touched in 6 years. And you can clearly tell that that's her on the tape. I have seen it because I told y'all I found the dude's number and I called the motherfucker myself. Okay?
Mhm.
I've seen the tape. You can't see her face. You can see her tattoos of that kid that she said she raised. Her dead son, Julian. Yeah, you can see her tattoos on her arm that she's got about his memorial.
Oh.
You can
Yeah,
definitely
you
tell
can't
it's
deny
her.
that.
You can definitely tell it's her. If you've ever heard her talk, you definitely know her voice. And if you've ever been up close and personal down there in all of that, you would definitely know if that's her pussy or not. You know, now I don't know because I ain't never, but I do know her memorial on her arm over Julian.
Mm.
I mean, it's clear that it's her. You can tell
Yeah.
that it's her. But again,
They weren't talking about you.
that's why. And who's to say if she told the truth that Yaba would walk away from her?
Right.
Yaba
Right.
might even respect her for
Mhm.
taking that type of shit and humiliation. And it might not ruin any goddamn thing. So why you want to keep running to the courthouse on me when your bitch might not even leave you in the end? You know?
What you so worried about?
But I wanted to show y'all before tomorrow because they might put these gag orders on me tomorrow.
The baby gonna be on lockdown. She gonna say no. She gonna say she ain't gonna be able to say the word S.
Well, let me tell you something. I also have a right to freedom of speech. So
Well, yeah.
yes,
You
and no,
do.
they can order me not to talk about her directly. Not to. I mean, I don't know how the fuck it's gonna play out, but I just wanted y'all to see for yourself. In her writing, her signature, she says that the sex tape was filmed without her consent, and
There you
that I'm
go.
alleging that I have the tape to put out there for other people to see. Y'all read it yourself. That's what the fuck the complaint says. That's only one part of the 8 pages that she went down there.
Was she enjoying herself?
I mean,
Huh?
she was definitely getting fucked.
Was she like oh, or was she like, you dirty girl?
Mandy. Mandy, go sit down, Mandy.
Well, I mean, she was trying to say she was like not enjoying it. She just did it for a little weed. She just did it because she was confused.
And that's what
because whatever.
I just
But
want to
she
know, was she
was like-
sucking dick or was she fucking?
Look, I didn't watch the whole thing, okay?
God,
I asked him to show me the parts where I could absolutely know 100% for a fact that it was her. And when he showed me the part with her arm while, you know, she was getting it or whatever, okay? I didn't watch the whole thing. I have no desire to watch all of that.
No, sissy, no. Sorry.
But let me clarify something too. I never said she was fucking them for weed. She was still giving these motherfuckers $200 and $300 of her money every week and fucking
a week.
And wait, that's my point though.
Look, but let me tell you, he's not the only one. She was fucking.
Oh shit.
I can only prove that she was fucking one because of the video.
Oh my god.
Yes.
And
See,
this
that's
is
my
when she
point.
was licking and laughing with Yaba.
Okay, and that's my point. Like, okay,
Wow.
she wasn't doing it in payment. The only other thing is like, okay, was she doing it under, well, no. If she was then she liked it. And that is a whole different can of worms. Because you can't like it, but then also be telling your girlfriend you haven't been touched and you don't like men, you want her, if you're hooping and
Exactly.
hollering while you're getting it. That's my point.
That's
Pretty
deep. That was deep, man.
Pretty much. But
That was
Look,
real
I just
deep.
wanted
Man.
to-
I'm just saying, you would know that I was doing it because I
I
watched.
just wanted to show y'all the complaint that
Uh-huh.
she filed where she says herself, and y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. I'll show it to you one more time for anybody who doubts it.
Hey, dumbass Jabba, do you hear this? Because
Let me tell you
Arabia
what-
has seen it with her own eyes. What are you gonna do? Go tell the court now, Sam, that she can't look at shit no more? Get
And
the
look,
fuck out of
Before anybody
here.
says anything, you can tell that these are Xerox copies of the complaint she took on me. Y'all see the thing
Mhm.
over here in the corner? Like these are
Yep.
copies that I literally just right here. of this goddamn complaint, okay?
And she thinks, you know what, Arabia? She actually thinks that everybody on YouTube, like me and Mandy and another person, we want to ruin her relationship. Bitch, let me tell you
I
for
don't
the
care nothing
15th
about your
time,
relationship.
I don't give a fuck who you fucking licking, lapping, sucking, what the fuck ever. I don't give a fuck. This is to prove that you're a piece of fucking shit.
Yep. And I just
You
want
are
you
a
to leave me
shit
alone.
bag. I'm gonna call you colostomy from now on because you're a shit bag, bitch.
Let me
That was very medical, Savage.
somebody else's name. That's why my
Right.
hand is here. Somebody offered Billy Fulton money for information on the alleged sex tape filmed with myself without my consent.
If it's alleged, why are you saying without my consent, you dumb bitch? You see how we analyzing every little syllable and every little letter you put on the paper, like you do on everybody fucking else, down to the fucking lipstick they wear and the fucking tank top they wear and the picture behind him they wear. How you like it now, you raggedy ass bitch?
She's saying what
And
she's
I don't get
saying,
too fucked so you call on me again. Call them.
what
Call
she's saying,
Tyrone while you at it, ho.
what
I'm
she's
sick of your
saying-
ass.
What she's saying is I'm alleging that I have the sex tape
Yeah.
that somebody offered money for. That's why
Right.
she used the word alleged. That I alleged that I had the tape. She went on to describe that it was a sex tape filmed without her consent.
First of all, ain't nobody offered you no money for this motherfucking sex tape.
But even if they did, which is it? The tape don't exist because you absolutely did not do it,
Right.
or it does exist. You think that I might have been able to get a hold of it if I really fucking wanted to, and that's why you
Mhm.
took it all the way to the courts.
You scared.
Why would you
What
need
you
an order?
scared of?
Why would you need an order to protect you from a sex tape that don't exist?
Exist.
You said right
Stupid ass, you
in the
slipping.
complaint on the alleged sex tape filmed of myself without my consent.
But as she just told on dumbass. She's
I'm
an
thinking
idiot.
that she was trying to spin a case for something that would be a felony, but the problem is it's not. It's not because nobody offered money for anything. And it
And
doesn't
I
exist,
believe-
like you said.
I believe I said on that panel that I didn't even have the tape at that time.
Yep,
I believe I said that.
you did.
But I told you the night the dude picked me up from jail, they were like passing it around in the car. I didn't look at it that night. I didn't look at it that night. I didn't look at it that night.
Oh my
Savage.
god. Oh my god.
I literally only recently looked at that tape because, like I said, when she hacked my emails and my email was connected to that 270 number, it made me remember that she also had a 270 number. And I scrolled all the goddamn way through my phone until I found our text thread because the dude's number was in that text thread. And let me tell you why the dude's number was in the text thread. She had two phones. She left here to go to meet him at the hotel one night. Dude didn't show up. She left one of her phones here. She called me and gave me her little thing to get into the phone that she left here, told me to go in there and get his number and text it back to her. That's how I got the dude's number.
Damn.
His number. She was at the
What
hotel.
the hell are you doing? Selling ass?
Show up.
Selling ass for money now? You on OnlyFans? Like your friend? Being a straight hoe at 40-some years old. What the fuck is wrong with you?
But
And you
before
want
they
to run your
slapped
mouth
the
about me
gag order,
wearing a damn sports bra on a video? Get the fuck. I ain't selling my ass to nobody but Joe every Friday, bitch.
but before they slapped these gag orders on me, I wanted y'all to see that complaint yourself.
So y'all saw it all.
It clearly
Mhm.
says the alleged sex tape that was filmed of me without my consent. Which is it, bitch? It was filmed without your consent, or it don't exist because you didn't do it. Because I'm a liar. Which is it? Which one is it?
Oh, she is. She is
can't be
burning
both.
that printer up
It
right
can't
now.
be
y'all.
both. One of those things have to be a lie. Because it
Right.
cannot be both.
Right.
She's screenshotting everything over here. She video recording. Her thumb drive is probably
don't
full
give
at
a
the
fuck.
moment.
I don't
Her Scooby-Doo thumb drive that she stole from her kids.
She done ran out of fucking paper. She got to go to the fucking Staples and get some more. Get a new ink cartridge. You know, she's begging probably Diane for some money. I need some new ink, Diane.
and which is it with the whole fucking I went back to work. Okay, Arabia. Now y'all heard her little comments about Arabia's over there struggling, this and that and that. Let me tell you something. Arabia did not pay any bills the whole time she was here because Arabia's bills were paid up before she got here. My rent for the first time in 4 months just came due again today.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was before they started paying the unemployment. My rent was they didn't me and Sam actually didn't get our first check until sometime in fucking July.
Wow. And with that backlogged?
Sam got a bunch of back pay with hers. I didn't get no back pay because I didn't apply for the shit till right before she came here because she kept telling me. And I was like, no, girl, I'm $700 or $600 a week. I make more than that working.
Mm-hmm.
But listen to Samantha. I applied for the shit.
Con ass.
But I didn't get back pay because when I applied for it, I was honest about reporting every week when I filed my voucher.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was still working. So I didn't get back pay. Samantha did. I didn't. But
She just lied.
My bills were paid before that money was ever released.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Wow.
Arabia wasn't struggling like she's trying to make it sound.
Right.
If I was on my phone, I could take y'all around my house and show y'all some shit. Arabia's not struggling. Arabia did not want to pay a fucking $650 pet deposit on a dog that I wasn't going to keep.
Right. Well, and
Exactly.
that was one of the things that Diane said, which is dumb because she's always saying dumb shit. And she said, well, I'm going to assume she's struggling for money, which is, could we give her money for the dog? Diane, shut up. Quit
They were
Let
like,
me tell you something.
They're
No
so stupid.
amount of money that anybody offered me would have got that dog back to Sam.
No.
The only reason I gave that dog back to Sam is because, one, I wasn't as mad as what I was when we had first gotten into it about the dog.
Right.
Two, I did not want to see the girl go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The police chief here told her he did not give
Tammy.
a fuck what kind of order she came back here with that in regards to that dog with. If she came out here again, with or without a goddamn court order, he was locking her ass up.
Right.
Because she was using the police to harass me. She was using the police to harass Pirate.
Right.
Yep.
And
Hold on. Go ahead. I'm just going to put that. It's going to be over your face for a second. Go ahead.
okay, I was like, what is that? But that's why I gave her that dog back. Because the court order, the temporary court order that she got that said I had to return the dog came from Indiana. I live in Kentucky. They don't have to follow an Indiana order that is technically really not even an actual order. You see what I'm saying? If it was, it's a different state. They don't have to comply with that shit, and neither do I.
Right.
My consequence for not complying with it is when we actually went to court, they might have charged me with contempt, but that don't necessarily mean I'd have went to jail.
Right.
But what was going to happen is if she came back out here again, my chief of police was going to lock her motherfucking ass up.
Yeah,
and
he was sick of it.
He told her that because, and the reason he said that is because this is already on 2 court dockets about this dog. You're no better than anybody else. Wait for your court date.
Right.
What you're
Right.
not going to do is use me to keep harassing this woman to put a bunch of shit on the internet. So you go get an official court order if you want to, but if you bring that motherfucker back here, I don't give a fuck if it's the court order. I'm taking your ass to jail anyway. And I
Right.
knew she wouldn't stop.
Right.
That's why I voluntarily gave her that dog back, and that's why.
Right.
You know, but no amount of money that they offered for that dog, no.
Right. Right.
No amount of money.
Yeah.
Because I had already worked out with Taryn where Taryn was going to come get the dog that Monday. And even when the dog was at Savage on Sunday, even when Savage still had the dog, even after all that Samantha did with these court orders and bullshit that she said on the internet, I still reached out to Taryn and asked Taryn, are you still coming to get this dog Monday? That's when Taryn wanted to argue with me because she really believed that I gave Pirate the dog and that I was just fucking with her. No, I've been telling you this whole time you can come and get this dog. I never gave that dog to Pirate. Pirate kept that dog for the weekend because I went out of town and I had some shit that I was doing. And nobody would have been here with the dog. And none of my kids wanted the goddamn dog because they didn't want this shit that was going on with them.
Yeah. I mean, they had
You know
got
what I'm
attached to
saying?
it, but they didn't want all that. Yeah.
Well, the only kid that lives here is Shamir.
Oh, okay.
But my other kid, even Serena, I even asked Serena to keep the dog for the weekend. The bitch told me, I got to work. Okay. I literally had nobody else to keep the dog. I was going out of town. Nobody would be here. My other kids did not want to keep the dog because they didn't, you know, I'm telling you, if she'd have sent the police to Sierra and Sienna's house, she'd have got beat up in front of the police. And I'll just leave it at that. Okay.
Right.
So
Right.
and preventive, how do you say that word? Preventatively, they declined to keep the dog to prevent a situation where she might have showed up over there with police and somebody might have ended up going to jail.
Right.
So they didn't want to keep the dog. I never gave that dog to Pirate. I don't give a fuck what I put on the internet. I can put what the fuck I want to put on the internet. And honestly, I put that about the dog and going to Pirate, you know, Pirate being her new owner. I did that to put her in a fucking tizzy, not because I gave the dog away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had consistently told Taryn she was coming, you know, that she could have the dog. I did not drive the dog up there to Taryn once she told me she was going to leave it in an abandoned apartment. But I never said she couldn't still come down and get the dog. Even on that Sunday, I asked Taryn, are you still gonna get this dog on Monday?
Right.
I was gonna drive down here and get her. She wanted to argue because she truly believed that I gave that dog to Pirate after I told her and promised her that I wouldn't. That's why I blocked her on Facebook. I'm not about to argue with no 19, 20-year-old kid about shit.
Right.
I argue with my own fucking kid about shit. You know what I mean? That's why I blocked her on Facebook. But see, that's what nobody's telling. Just like nobody was saying that, well, Arabia, you know, also volunteered to come up here and get Taryn and drive her and the baby and the dog back. Nobody put that information out there. But the plan the whole time that me and Samantha have been arguing was Taryn was always supposed to still come and get this dog that Monday. I did not leave that dog away.
Right. How's she going?
Hey, Mandy. Hey, I'm gonna head off because it's like 12:30 here, and I need to
I'm
get
about
bed.
to sign off too, but I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Okay,
Savage.
have a good night,
Bye.
Arabia. Good luck tomorrow.
Pirate. Bye, Savage.
Bye.
Y'all got my mind on Pirate. Bye.
Bye, Mandy.
Bye. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up in a few minutes, but anything I'm trying to make I don't know what's going on with you guys, but I'm quite sure it can be. I'm looking at the chat and it's like I see kind of what happened, but anything else before you go to sleep?
No, just before my gag order tomorrow. I just want to tell y'all.
Well, if
and I would have done it a lot earlier. Look, I would have done it a lot earlier, but you know, I have a real life. you know,
Right. Well, that's just it. It's like we both had stuff to do, but I'm glad you did it. And there'll
as
be
far
more,
as
like I
my
said.
tweets go, as far as my tweets go about her, like I honestly, those are in response to things that people send me that
Oh
she
yeah.
said. You know, I don't just sit around and tweet about her all day
No.
long. I promise I don't.
No.
But I just wanted to show y'all before these gag orders actually officially get slapped on me in these protective orders that she's requesting.
Yeah.
From her own writing, from her
Mhm.
own emergency protective order that she went to the courts and asked for, out of the whole 8 pages of shit that she went down there and told them that I did to her. I wanted y'all to see for yourself. She says in herself that I allegedly was offered money, or no, I alleged to have a video that someone
Mhm.
offered money to get from me, and that she was filmed without her consent in that sex tape.
Mhm.
Y'all
Absolutely.
seen it?
That's exactly. Yep.
Her handwriting, you know what I'm saying? Her fucking name and signature on the motherfucker, and it's dated, and it's an official, like it's date stamped by the court too.
Yeah.
So
Jonice, did you get attacked for eating meat by somebody?
who?
No, it's in the chat. I'm just Jonice
Oh,
is
yes,
one of the
I
people that
can't.
comes in our chat and the other, and it looks like it might have gotten solved, but don't. Jonice is my girl. But anyway, go ahead. I'm gonna mute while do you have anything final to say before I sign off?
I can't see the chat. So if anybody's asking questions, I can't see them to answer them.
Like she said,
Oh.
saying it keeps getting asked.
Final question. Thank you, Sean. Did Sam pay you $100 a week rent and pay it?
No, I'm gonna show y'all every time Sam gave me money. I have
Okay.
that on my phone too, because she would send it to me through Facebook Messenger. I'm gonna show y'all.
Okay.
I'm gonna show y'all how much money she gave me.
Yes, I'll leave it up. Okay. Sam pay her. Yeah. So she's saying, but the agreement was she was supposed to give you $100 a week, right?
That's what
sounds
she
like.
said, but I was never tripping on it, and I'm not tripping on the fact that she didn't.
Right.
Now,
But she didn't faithfully give you $100 a week.
no.
Okay.
Hold on, let me scroll up here to where it is, to where it's at. Okay. June 1st. You guys see this?
Yes.
She sent me $50.
Okay.
I took that $50 right back to her. Why? Because why are you sending me money if you plan on going back home?
Right.
June 6th, I requested $60 from Samantha. She sent me 40. The reason she sent me 40 is because she had paid for the hotel where her and the guy was, because my friend Angie came over here to spend the night with me. And she felt because she had to go stay in a hotel that she didn't owe me the $100 that she told me she was going to give me. So she told me to request 60. She would keep 40 for having to stay in the hotel. Now that was the night that I had company. I don't know if that's the night that one of those dudes were at the hotel with her, but that's the night that I had company. And Samantha went to go stay in a hotel. So we went from, well, I'll give you 60 and keep 40 because I had to stay in the hotel because you were having company, to she ended up sending me 40 instead of 60. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back to it. That was on June 6th. June 1st is when she sent me the $50 that I sent back to her. She sent me $100 on June 18th. Hold on, can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She sent me $100 on June 18th.
Okay.
Why? There's where
What did she send it through? What did she send it through? Cash App? I know you said you don't have PayPal. Is that Cash App?
That's literally the only money she sent me.
Okay.
The whole time she was here. No, you can put your actual banking debit card Let me show y'all how to do it.
Oh, I gotcha. I
Go
understand.
through Facebook Messenger. These little 4 dots right here.
BP.
Hold on. See the 4 dots down there in the corner by the camera?
Yeah.
Shit, right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Oh, it's like an Apple Wallet, but not Apple.
when you click on them, you see where it says payment.
Oh,
You click on payments,
okay.
and you can send money back and forth to each other. So, but when you do it, it'll once you actually do a transfer of money, it'll walk you through the steps to add your actual debit card.
Yeah.
To the actual bank. I think you can put Cash App on here, but my bank card is actually linked to Facebook.
Yeah. That's like Apple Wallet.
Yeah, I send my kids money all the time. So my actual bank account is linked to Facebook Messenger.
You send your kids what? You send your kids what? I thought your kids don't fuck with you. You send them money. You and your kids have a relationship. Like, okay.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. This whole thing is crazy because, you know, I mean, when I did the 4-hour live, it was because 2 of the kids that live with their dad that I share custody with were here.
Right.
I went shopping for Sierra today because my other daughter, who drives my other car,
Mm-hmm.
broke something on the motherfucker, and the car is down.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, like, I don't know where she gets that I have these issues with all of my kids.
Right.
Because
Right.
there's only one. There's only one.
Yeah.
There's only, and it's not even that I don't fuck with that one. It's you're not going to disturb my goddamn peace like that.
Right.
Because I'm not going to let you. Now,
Right.
if I would let that kid cuss me out and I wouldn't say anything back and I would apologize for things that I didn't do every time she wants to, make insinuations of how she feels about this or that, even though it never happened, she's got all these feelings about all this shit that really never happened. If I was to do all of that, we wouldn't have a problem. But you're not getting ready to sit here and cuss me out about abuse that never happened to you.
Right.
You're not going to direct all of your anger that you have towards your father in my direction because I did do my job. And you're not
Right.
going to talk too good and goddamn crazy to me because I am your mother and I will tell you about your ass.
You're right.
I just choose not to do that with her all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, hell, if she needs me, she can call me if she knows I'll answer. But,
Exactly.
But I'm not about to, go back and forth with her. I'm not about to go back and forth with anybody's fucking kid.
Right.
That's why I blocked Karen on Facebook. She wanted to argue, and I'm trying to tell her, if you want the dog, come get the dog. And all she wanted to do was argue. So I blocked her, but
Oh, that makes sense.
but yeah, so I mean, you guys seen the messages yourself between me and Taryn in Messenger. You guys seen the dates on them, so this is not something that Arabia just made up when her and Samantha had this big fight about this dog.
Right.
These messages go all the way back to June 1st, and there's a lot of messages that you guys did not see.
Right.
Those are just the ones related to her unemployment and about the eviction on the house down there to show proof of what I said when I was upset with Samantha. But there's a whole lot more that me and Taryn have talked about that, I'm not going to put out there because some of her business is, in some threads regarding a lot of other things. But you guys seen the messages, you've seen the dates on them, all the way back to June 1st.
Wow.
This is September 1st. This is 3 months worth of text messages between me and her daughter. And there's a whole lot of shit that was said in those 3 months. So this is not something I just made up out of the blue just because me and Samantha got into it. These were things that were really happening. These are things that she really did to her kids right before she left South Bend and came here. These are things that I really found out about once she was here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And I think that everybody
reason behind why she didn't go home. And I don't appreciate her lying to me.
Ultimately, I think that people are going to walk away and make their determination, and as well they should. Depends on what they took away from it. I see a whole lot of light shed on some things that just didn't quite make sense before with her, and now they make total sense because we've got the other side of the the story.
And if she wouldn't keep using text messages between her and my daughter to try to prove some point about me, I never would have mentioned it. I never would have showed the proof of all the shit that I said I had proof of.
Right.
Like, it really doesn't matter to me that much. At the end of the day, I don't know no bitch on this motherfucker except
Nope.
my kids, her kids, and her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, I met Pirate, but I'm talking about like I don't have anybody out here that I have to prove myself to.
Right.
I said 2 fucking weeks ago I had proof of the shit that I said, and I've never not had proof of it.
Right.
I chose to disengage and not put the shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
But every day that this bitch has had my name in her mouth for hours on live stream, all the shit that she says about me on Twitter.
Well, that's what she does. That's what she does. And she counts on people being the bigger person and not coming back at her.
And that didn't even bother me enough to get on here and do another panel.
Mm-hmm.
But now the only thing she's got is the fact that I'm fighting with my daughter. That's all she's got against me. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to use that to prove a point about what?
Right.
About what? None of that matters, and it does not take away the truth about the things that I said about you.
Right. Yep.
Even if I am a piece of shit mama, even if I didn't have a relationship with my other kids, even if all that were the truth, it doesn't change the piece of shit that she is.
Right. I think most people know that.
And I, like I said, my tweets and shit, that's in response to things that people send to me that she has said or, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been done another panel.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been done put these messages out there. I could have been done took pictures of these fucking EPOs and put them on Twitter. I could have been done that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't. But every day, this bitch is live streaming and got my name all up in her fucking mouth.
Mm-hmm. Every day.
Trying to prove what? Trying to prove what? To who?
Every day.
To who? And you're trying to prove it to people who it doesn't even matter what the fuck they believe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you need to be proving to anybody is them goddamn judges about all this bullshit that you put in these goddamn EPOs. That's the only people you need to be concerned about proving anything about me to.
Yep, and that's going to happen tomorrow. So the saga will continue.
And I got what I need to prove that half of this shit did not happen. I got what I need to prove that she was not scared of me.
Yep.
As you see, these messages go back for months between me and my daughter. I have messages between her and I for months. I have, messages on Facebook that go back months.
Right.
I have everything I need in reference to this dog to show that she left that dog here with me because she was trying to get rid of it and couldn't find anybody to take it. And I also have messages between me and her daughter to show why I kept the dog.
So is it?
But once you give that dog to me, it's no longer yours.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if it's chipped. I don't give a fuck if you got papers on it. Once you give it away, it's no longer yours.
Right.
So if I would have given it away to someone else.
Does she? What time is the hearing tomorrow? Do you know? What time's the hearing, or is it just you be there at 9 and it's when it's?
No, I signed up to do the online thing.
Oh, okay.
Because Shamir has to be here logged on for school all day, and the hearing is at 1:00.
Okay,
now,
so about
I'm going to call down there around noon to make sure that they got it fucking right.
Okay.
But if by noon they can't confirm to me that I actually am on the call-in thing for them to contact me by phone or video, then yes, I will go appear in person. But the other one I think is video conference. The other one is video conference.
Yeah.
I got a thing in the mail the other day, telling me how to go in and sign up for the video conference on that.
So 1:00, you guys, one way or the other. It is 1:00, whether it's video or in person, and then I guess we'll find out from there. But I'm gonna go. You guys have a great night. Mr. Boring, you're boring. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night, Arabia. Get some sleep.
Child, I got hospital laundry to do.
Bye, you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
How do I go out of this video thing?
Hold on 1 second. Let me end it real quick.